Welcome, one and all, to Theme Park Vision. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Look, I'm going to get better with this intro stuff, but I am not tech savvy, and it confuses me. So it is what it is. We'll get better at it, I promise. Well, again, welcome in, everyone. Tonight we do have a couple of special guests coming in. We've got the Gatlinburg Hussey, who we're going to be speaking with here in just a little bit, just to chat about Dollywood, what's coming up. And then we're going to just do some Q&As from what I see in the chat. When I can catch up with the chat, just from what we see in the chat, some questions that we've been asked just in general. Lewis is here as well. I'm very excited. I missed him last weekend, so I'm so excited he's here tonight as well. And I get so happy because literally after we had posted, this was a last minute live stream because I am on call for work and I was nervous because with my luck, I would get called in the middle of this. But I said, you know what? A lot of stuff has happened with Dollywood this week. Let's just do it. But earlier today, my Funko Pop came in. You can't see it because of the background, but it came in. I'm so excited. Like, I am so excited for that. So that came in. We're going to go ahead and open that up a little bit towards the end. And yeah, it's just going to be a great day. So, of course, a lot of news has happened. We got a lot of updates about Big Bear, about HEARTSONG. That's actually all coming along really well. I believe they said Big Bear is about 75% finished. They had a lot of delays with the weather. We kind of already assumed that. Of course, I know once Lewis comes on a little later, we'll be chatting a lot about that. But no, just a lot of exciting things happening. We have, of course, the I Will Always Love You Festival. Dolly is actually going to be there. It has been confirmed she's going to be there opening weekend. Now, my estimate is she will be there for Pass Holder Day. I'm hoping because she's going to kick off the I Will Always Love You Festival. And it was actually revealed that she is going to announce the opening date of Big Bear. So very excited for all of that. I believe the Gatlinburg Hussey is here. So I'm going to go ahead, bring him on. And then, oh, what did I click? I clicked something. Sorry. I'm going to bring him on. I'm going to let him introduce himself, say hi to everybody. And yeah, we'll just start the stream tonight. So let me see if I can do this. There you are. Maybe. Did I do this right?
Hello.
There. Hey. So if you want to just go ahead and introduce yourself.
Can you hear me?
I can. Mm-hmm.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Sean, a.k.a. the Gatlinburg Hussey. I live here in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and I've been on YouTube for the past about 13 months right now. And it's been, no pun intended, it's been a roller coaster. Say one, so thank you very much for the invitation, dear.
No, of course. We've been watching you for quite a little bit now. I know that you are very big around the Gatlinburg area. You know, you go to all these different places. What is your favorite place to visit in the Gatlinburg area? Not
my favorite. No. My favorite place is, without a doubt, the mountains. Just going hiking. People. You know, me being a fellow server, people say, what is there to do in Gatlinburg that doesn't cost a lot of money? Go hiking. It's the cheapest thing you can do. Plus, you've got the kids, especially if you have children. It's free. They're out and about. They get their hands dirty. They're in the water. They're doing something besides being on their phone, on their tablets, watching TV. So that is my favorite thing to do in Gatlinburg, without a doubt.
I love that. And I love watching all your videos, and just, there's a lot of, I've seen so many videos with the mountains. I've actually never been to the legitimate Smoky Mountains before. Like, I see them in a distance when we go to Dollywood, and I guess technically Dollywood's in it, right? Like, I feel like it's a stupid question, but you're in on the trails. So.
Right. Now, where are you located?
I am located more towards Nashville, so I'm on like the other.
Okay.
I'm quite. It takes us about maybe 3-4 hours, or not three, about 3 hours to get there.
Okay. Yes. Yes. I am. Depending on traffic, I'm about maybe 15 minutes away from Gatlinburg. I'm sorry, from Dollywood.
Oh, I'm so jealous. Oh, I would love that.
Everybody said, hey, everybody, oh, I'm so jealous. I said, come live here during the season and tell me how jealous you are.
Oh, and it's about to get bad because there is so
Yes.
much coming with Dollywood is about to blow up. Like, I think Dollywood is about to be, Dolly, I think she joked about this back in the day about it being, she wanted like a mini Disney World, and it's legitimately becoming a mini Disney World. They've got 5 resorts planned, possibly, of course, this is just a rumor, but I don't see why they shouldn't. Possibly another theme park. Like, it is about to blow up down there.
Where are they going to fit it? Where are they going to fit all this?
They have a lot of land. You would be surprised. Yeah. They have so much land. They could probably fit 3 or 4 theme parks if they wanted to with the land they've got. Dolly was smart.
Do you think they're do you think they would branch off, like, say, an Epcot or MGM, like how Disney did it? Do you think they would do it around like that?
I think possibly. I think there's definitely, I think with them having five resorts, that's 5 hotels. Dollywood itself is not big enough to hold that many people. I mean, I'm sure it could, but it's going to be cramped. I very well see in the future for Dollywood them definitely bringing in either one more theme park or at least maybe 2 more theme parks, because it's going to be huge, especially when you think about there's rumors that, these resorts are going to be like Disney, how Disney has the value resorts, the moderate and the deluxe. Well, that's where Dollywood's moving towards. So it's just going to be a lot of people, and Dollywood itself, I don't think is going to be able to hold. It's crowded as it is. It's going to be big. Yeah, Lewis, big. It's going to be big.
Well, I've been here since 1993, and I remember the old way to get to Dollywood. You had to go past the golf course, and you had to go through over the rivers and through the woods to get there. And it was crazy because you have to think all that traffic on one road. It was a nightmare. So they've done a great job. That was back in the day when it was Middle Creek Road before they made it into Veterans Boulevard.
That
was
crazy.
A long time ago.
See, I am not that familiar. So I'm actually originally from Florida. So did, and this is actually one of the questions that we've gotten. I have actually I think I went to Dollywood when I was little. Can't remember it because I was little.
Wow.
But so I, of course, am not that familiar with that area. So hearing that is really crazy.
It's gotten big. It used to be when we moved here, it was just a couple of roller coasters here and there, and there was a lot about shows. When I moved here, they had big name performers performing at Dollywood, like John Anderson. Dolly would appear. I think Tim McGraw was there a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do it anymore because it's too popular, and it would just bring 10 times as many people to Dollywood if they had a big name performer appear at Dollywood.
Get ready, because they've got big performers this season.
Really? Oh, well, I just shot myself in the foot there, didn't I?
So yes. So actually, let me go ahead. I believe I still have this up from last week. So they have some bigger names for the I Will Always Love You celebration, which of course is celebrating the song I Will Always Love You, the 50th anniversary. And these are going to be the performers. So you've got Natalie Grant, Ricky Skaggs and Kentucky Thunder, Jody Messina. I think it cut off a little bit on me.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've got some bigger names on there for sure. They also have a lot of the songwriters for big hits. That's gonna be there as well. So it's gonna be a big thing. I think
that is cool.
Thank you.
That is cool. I walked right into that, didn't I?
But hey, at least now you're right there. You're right there. Go check them out. Now,
I'm like, oh, don't bring any big name performers. Don't bring any big time people. And then you go, oh, wait, by the way. But wait, there's
like,
more.
Watch this. We're going to do it. Now, do you plan on going to Dollywood this year?
Absolutely.
Oh, yay. Okay.
Absolutely. And here's the hard thing. I have my channel. And everybody wants me to go on the rides with the camera. You know how hard it is?
And
you know how hard it is to film while your head is bobbing up and down? But I'm going to try it. I will try it.
Well, I hope you are able to meet out there. Now, I wouldn't suggest going on the rides with those because they're kicking people out for that. But
yes.
But no, I think you can go on the train. Now, that's the one thing about Dollywood. I love Dollywood. I do wish the slower rides they would let us film on, but I understand the safety precautions. Like, I definitely don't think people should be videoing Eagle. That's a little dangerous. But like the little rides, I've always been like, well, why can't we record that? But I know it's a safety issue. But no, I think that's so exciting that you're going.
I've got to tell you a story, okay, very quickly. Sure. Last year when you get into the rides, the little cautionous thing, don't bring this on the ride, don't bring that. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
It had a picture of a dog with a leash. Pretty much the ride was saying, don't bring your dog on the roller coaster with you. Who is going to bring their dog on a roller coaster with them? Can you imagine getting on the roller coaster? Whoop, there goes Fido.
So I'm wondering, a lot of times they don't put signs out unless that was, so I know like service dogs and stuff, they do allow them, of course, to come into the parks. But I wonder if somebody actually attempted to bring a dog on a roller coaster and then had to post that signage. The poor puppy. Look, I'm an animal lover. Who would want to put those poor babiys through that?
No, exactly.
Like, on the Tennessee tornado?
That's what I'm saying. Oh, there goes Fido. Bye, Fido. Yeah. Bye.
Exactly. Oh my goodness.
I can understand, take your glasses off and put them in your pocket and stuff like that. But don't bring your house dog with you. Come on.
Mine would have a fit. So I always make fun of my dog. I love her. And I was like, but we are her emotional supports 100%. Like, she needs us for emotional support. This dog is so anxious. And I can't imagine bringing her on any ride. She would flip out. Like, I've seen Disney where people bring their dogs on like the slower rides. I'm like, look, my dog would be jumping into the water trying to run away.
Have you heard of the Sky Bridge here in Gatlinburg?
I've heard of it, yes. I really need to go check out things.
It is the Southeast longest suspension bridge, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you have to take a chairlift up to the top. People bring their dogs with them.
Are you serious?
You can't make this up.
Oh, man. Those poor babies.
You cannot... they're like, oh, my dog's going to be okay. Oh, really? Can I hear it from the dog? Is the dog okay with it?
Oh, no.
Because it's a 10-minute ride from the bottom to the top. You don't know how dogs are going to be. They could get halfway up there and they could go, okay, I want no part of this.
And so scared, too. Oh, my
God. It is.
Oh, that's so terrifying.
I wouldn't bring my dog on there.
No.
I don't even like going on there. I wouldn't bring my dog on there.
See, I'm not that bad with heights, but then I think about it, and like some of the rides I refuse to go on at Dollywood. Now, we did say if we ever hit, now, anyone in this chat, y'all are the only ones who know this. And so, yeah, if we hit 5,000 subscribers, I will go on Dropline. That is the only way. And my big brother better be with me when I do that too. Because
how many subscribers do you have now?
Like 1430, I think. Like 1430 or something. Not 1430. Oh my gosh. 1,430.
Oh, you'll get it. You'll get it.
But yeah, so I said if we ever hit 5,000, That would be my setup, to be like, okay, maybe I need to go on this ride just to let people know how it is.
Oh,
But I mean, it's so high up there, I would have a panic attack coming down.
Yep. Hey, when I went to Dollywood last year, I told my friend if they need to have a little thing where they sell Advil and Pepto-Bismol, they would make a killing.
They do. Oh, they do.
Getting off the roller coaster.
Yes, so I didn't know they sold those medications. So I actually went into Dollywood and it was a full day for me. Like, we had a stream to do, we had a lot of filming to do, and I had like a massive headache. They actually sell like those things in the park. They have them in the Emporium, and I believe where else was it? There was someplace else I went, they had them too. But it would be smart of them to have them right next to the coasters.
Right, and you know they would probably sell it for like $10 a pack too.
Oh, chat, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to ignore you guys. Let me say hi to everybody real fast in the chat. Lewis, yes, hi, I see you. Literally, I can see you. Coaster Mom, hey. Jared, Jason, hey, Peggy. Shopper Girl, hey.
I told a lot of my subscribers to come by and say hi, okay?
Oh, that's so sweet. That's awesome. Well, hey, they're here to support you. Frog King. Oh, Frog King's very excited you are here. Fifi, hey, Marla. V-Fun, hey, guys. Okay, thanks. The Smoky Mountain family, hello. Show up.
What did he say? I can't see it. What did he say?
Oh, here you go. Here, I'll put it on the screen. You never know when where the husk. That's so
guys,
great.
follow the Smoky Mountain family. They are a wonderful family, and yes, they're awesome.
No, I agree. Oh, thank you so much, Vicky. That's so sweet. Thank you. Again, thank you so much. I don't want to take too much of your time, and I'm also kind of watching my time too, because with my luck, I will get called on call tonight. That's going to be just my luck. So I was scared to do this tonight. But I do think we had a couple of questions. One question is, what is your favorite ride at Dollywood? So what's your favorite ride?
The kiddie ride.
The kiddie ride.
That's why I won't need any Pepto-Bismol Advil. So I just stay on the kiddie ride. No, I love the Eagle. I love the Eagle roller coaster.
Really?
Yes. It sounds it sounds tacky, but you really do feel like you're flying.
You really do. You really do.
It's insane.
Yes, I love that. So I do like that ride. I am like you. Like, I like the big coasters. I will go on the big coasters. I prefer like Big Bear coming up. That is my style of coaster. I'm through the roof excited. I'm a family coaster girl through and through. I can do the thrill rides, but I think I reached that age where I'm a little bit more of a chicken. And so when it asks you, are you an eagle or a chicken? I'm a chicken, because like I'll go on it, but then I'll instantly regret it at the top. And I'm like, well, this is too late now. So I've got to
That's what I do. That's what I do. I get to the top and I'm like, what was I thinking?
The first time I ever went on that, I literally had so many regrets at the very top. I was like, what did I do? How do I get off? And I'm like, oh, I can't get off. The only way to get off is to finish the ride. So,
just close your eyes. Just close your eyes.
Yes. Which with Big Bear, I'm very excited about that. Now, you did a video recently. You kind of went through the entrance and you were able to see some of the Big Bear construction, weren't you? Oh, can you hear me?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, say that again. I'm sorry. I lost connection for a moment.
Oh, no, you're good. So I know in one of your recent videos, you had went through the entrance of Dollywood, and I think you could see some of the construction, right?
You could see just a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Now, when is the opening day? Because I don't see it being ready anytime soon.
No. So it is technically, it was announced because there was, I believe, an insiders event. It is 75% completed. Weather delayed them a lot. weather really delayed them. So 75%. My estimate was originally, I thought it was going to open up between the I Will Always Love You festival and the Flower Festival, because there's like a week or two in between where it's just going to be a lot slower at the park. So I was like, that'd be a perfect time for them to open this attraction. But with it only being 75% completed, they haven't tested the ride yet. It's Vekoma. I'm going to say probably closer to summer. Or maybe
I was
like
thinking too. I was thinking at least by the 4th of July.
Maybe
I'm
not
thinking
that
at least by the. Okay.
Hopefully not that. But Dolly, so apparently Dolly is going to announce the opening date, supposedly, in a couple weeks when she's there. She's going to be the one to announce it, which makes sense. I mean, why wouldn't she, the queen herself announce when her attractions are opening? Makes sense.
Can you believe I've been here for as long as I have? I have never seen Dolly Parton in person.
That's crazy. We'll show up pass holder day. She's going to be there. We think. I say that. I think it's basically been confirmed she's going to be there, but with my luck, she won't be there, and I'll say, oh, she's going to be there. But they basically confirmed it. So. Who
do I need to talk to get a meetup with Miss Dolly?
Hey, if you get a meetup, can you invite me? I want to go. No, we saw her last year for the opening weekend. We got to see her on stage when they had first, announced the opening and everything. So it was really cool. I'm hoping this year she's going to be the one to kind of open it up with by singing the I Will Always Love You song. Perfect way to open that festival, I think.
Yep.
So
I would cry. That would be awesome.
Want to see.
And you know what? She might bring a surprise guest with her, from what I heard.
Ooh, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Can you see Jimmy Fallon popping up out of nowhere?
Or Miley Cyrus.
Yeah. Did you like that? Hey, did you like that movie? Did you like that Christmas movie?
I love Dolly. I think she's great.
I see where you're going with this.
I expected more with that movie. I did. I was a little disappointed with it, but that's okay.
I thought it was and the same way with you. I love Dolly. I love how Jimmy Fallon was here. Willie Nelson was here. You said Miley. They all came to town. Even Jimmy Fallon took a picture next to Dolly Parton's statue in Sevierville.
Yes,
but the movie was very tacky.
I think that was the best way.
I said it. I can say it. You don't have to say it.
I feel bad. I feel so bad. I'm like, I don't want it bad, but
I'll say it. Hey, you know me. You know me. I'll say anything. It was very tacky.
I think I expected more Christmassy music with it because it was a Christmas special, and so it wasn't very like Christmas music, and so that was what was missing for me. But you know what? It was still great. It was great to see Dolly. She's gorgeous. She's amazing. So you know what? And
one thing, the reason why I am happy is because it did get Dollywood out and about. It did get the Smoky Mountains out there for people who've never heard of it. Have you heard of the TV show Pawn Stars?
I have. I watched a few episodes, but not much.
I appeared on that TV show 2 years ago, and it's in Vegas. And nobody out there has heard of the Smoky Mountains, and I'm not exaggerating.
That's so weird.
They have not heard of the Smoky Mountains. Even the guys that work in the shop had no idea where the Smoky Mountains were. So it's weird when you go all the way out there to the west, and they're like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's so crazy. Look, they can start promoting out there then.
I know. They had Old Smoky Moonshine out there in Vegas.
Yeah, that's the big thing. So I think TikTok's helping with that. TikTok, they're having a lot of trends of people trying that moonshine lately. I think that's helping promote it.
Yep.
Hey, nerds on the go. Yay, you're here. I'm so excited. But no, again, Sean, thank you so much. Again, we appreciate you coming on tonight so much.
Anytime.
I've seen videos of you, and of course I've seen your videos in your live stream, but I've never got to actually like talk to you, well, kind of in person. This is like that, I guess.
Close enough.
Close enough. But no, absolutely appreciate you coming on tonight. Again,
Thank you.
everybody, please, if I've got any mods, or Eric, if you're watching this, I may be able to. Can you please go ahead and put his link in the chat for me? Everyone, go check out the Gatlinburg Hussey. It's amazing. You'll see all things about Gatlinburg, Smoky Mountains. You'll get to go on hikes, because Lord knows I won't go to hikes in person, so I'm just going to do it virtually. Last time I tried to hike, I fractured my foot. That ended it for me. So
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Was kind of my hiking experiences. For sure. I don't know if Eric is in my chat right now, so let me real fast. I think I have it. Yes, I have it. Okay, there we go. I beat him to it.
Well, if you need for me to kill airtime, I can do it till everybody else shows up.
You're good. No, you're
Stretch
perfect.
it out. Stretch it out.
No, you're perfect. Actually, I do have a couple other people tonight as well. So I appreciate you, though. Thank you so much. We'll definitely have to have you on again.
Thank
as we
you.
do this on the off season, or the season every other week from us being in the park. So hopefully I get to meet you in the park. So.
Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. And thank you for subscribing, too. I always say that. Make sure you hit that notification bell.
Well, thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, guys.
All right, guys. Gatlinburg Hussey, he's the sweetest. Oh, my goodness. He is so sweet. I adore him. That is awesome. That being said, I am extremely behind in the chat. So the people who are in the backstage area, I can see you. I'm going to get caught up with the chat really fast. So just give me one. I'm going to make sure I know I had said hi to everybody. Let me check real fast if there were any questions. I know there was one question, and I will answer that in just a second. Hey, Dylan, I didn't see you sneak in here. But no, thank you everybody so much for being here. Again, let me go ahead and bring in our next special guest. And as they are talking, I'm going to quickly, I thought I had a document. I lost the document. I'm going to plug in their information for all social medias. So first up, our regular Lewis, I'm going to add you in. Let you do your intro first. Are you good? Can you give me like a thumbs up if you're good? I don't want to just like add you in here. Okay. I didn't want to add you in here. Hey. Sorry, I don't want to add you in here. So I will let you just, reintroduce yourself for people who don't maybe watch these home live streams. What you do, where you're from, all that fun stuff.
That's creepy. I'm in a hotel. The lighting is wrong here.
Oh, you are. I forgot.
Hi, I'm Dollywood P. Disney Pick a Day on Twitter as well. I post pictures every day. I have a vlog that's changing because I'm no longer able to go to Dollywood 12 months of the year physically for the next few years at least. So.
Okay. Well, again, thank you so much for coming on. I know we missed you last weekend. It was weird without you. So I was like, you know what? We're going to pull him on in this week. If you were available.
Can you only do so much?
Yeah, betray us with the mouse. I betray with the mouse too, though, so it's okay. All right, and next, I'm very excited because for the first time, we've got Nerds on the Go. If you want to give me a thumbs up if you're good. Again, don't want to add anybody in if they're not ready. Oh. You see. I'll let him get set up real fast. Are you ready? Maybe. Okay. Think. Nerds on the Go, are you good? Can you hear me? Maybe. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Okay. Sorry. Look, I am not tech savvy at all. I'm so sorry.
No, you're totally
I'm
fine.
learning. This is a huge learning experience for me as we do these regularly. So yeah, again, if you just want to introduce yourself, what you do, all that stuff.
Sure.
I'm
I'm Jeremy from Nerds on the Go. Usually there's a second half with me, which is Stephanie, and she's not able to make it tonight. Hopefully she can make it to the one of the upcoming live streams. We'll see. But we are just YouTubers from Nashville area. Go up to Smoky Mountains quite a bit. Also do YouTube all of our travels. And just very fortunate to meet a lot of great people through this, including Theme Park Vision. So glad to be here. So.
Oh, thank you so much. And it's so great. Yeah. Everyone just virtually.
It's been a while since we've seen each other in person. So, but March 10th is coming up soon. So
it's coming up really, really quickly. Look, I thought about that the other day as I was doing, because again, was going to skip this week because of work and stuff. But I was like, I feel like we need to at least get these on a regular basis because we are legitimately 2 weeks away. So what? Oh yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Oh, so close. So I guess okay. So first off, of course, we're gonna get into all the new stuff. We got some pictures and stuff from Dollywood to show as well. What are you guys most excited for this season?
I mean, I just want to ride Tennessee Tornado. I'm always just really excited about doing that over and over. I'm not that big into country music or waiting in lines at theme parks to go watch a show. That Sequin Sky is going to be pretty awesome at night, though. Right? I mean,
I'm so excited to see that. So excited. It looks like it's butterflies too. I zoomed in on the picture and it looks like it's butterflies, which doesn't surprise me. But from the pictures, that's what I'm like, oh, which I'll pull that up here in a second. But Jeremy, what are you most excited about?
I don't want to be the only one, but I guess the food is the biggest thing for me. Like Dollywood, it nails the food. So, have you met me? Well, I know you, but I know a lot of people always think like Dollywood, like the first thing they think is like the rides. So a lot of times people, when they ask me like, what's your favorite thing to do at Dollywood? I'm like, I just like being in the park and the food. They're like, you don't even ride rides. I'm like, no, we really don't ride the rides. We're just there to hang out, meet people, and enjoy the food tasting passes, which they've done for so many different events now. I really love last year how they added in the extra ones, especially the Christmas time one was amazing. So I just hope they have a tasting pass every event this year. But
I can't imagine they won't.
No, do we think now? I know technically the I Will Always Love You. It's not technically a festival, so I don't imagine there's going to be much food. But do you think that's a possibility of a tasting pass?
I don't think so, because if you notice, the insiders were showing the spring food, what's the first festival?
It'd be
Flower and Food, right?
Flower food, yeah, flower and food.
Yeah, so they were showing that food. They weren't showing the celebration food.
Yeah, the only thing I read was like bites and snacks, I think was the terminology they used. So I think I agree 100%. I think it will be Flower and Food's the big foodie one, and this one maybe will be some themed snacks or desserts or whatever they may add in.
I think this right here, they have this. Yeah, this is the only picture they've really released of the food. That's the only. Yeah.
The strawberries look good. I hope the sky looks the same way right there when you come in.
Fudge. It looks like it's fudge. Let me see. Okay, so I didn't upload a picture of the sky for this, and I thought I did. Apparently I did not, and I hate that. But yeah, it really did look like butterflies for sure. Like, I think that's going to be really pretty. I'm with you though. Jeremy, I'm all about the food. If I can stuff my face all day long, I'm going to. I am excited about Big Bear and to get back on Fire Chaser, because those are my kind of rides, like Tennessee Tornado, but it throws me into the ground every time, and I fear for my life for a few seconds. I don't think I hold on the way I'm supposed to, because that, when it comes into the station and it stops, I fall into the ground.
Oh yeah, never sit in the front. If you don't want to be thrown forward like you're being ejected, it's so hard there. But in the back, it's very smooth.
Oh, look at Eric with the picture. Thank you.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that definitely is going to be gorgeous at night, especially if they have lights hitting that. Yeah. But yeah, it looks like butterflies. I swear those are going to be butterflies.
It definitely looks like it. I feel like they used to only do like the Christmas time, and I'm glad they had the umbrellas and the kites last year. And so I feel like they keep adding more and more. That just really elevates the park a whole lot.
It really
Did the umbrellas come first? I thought the umbrellas came first, and then they added the Christmas. And then they added the kites last year.
Because they had the umbrellas for 2 years in a row, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. The umbrellas, and then they had the kites.
The kites was definitely new last year, but you may be right. It may have been umbrellas for 2 years, and then Christmas and the kites last year, maybe.
Mm-hmm. They were really cool. I thought the bells were different. Was that just me? I don't know. They looked different. They looked new. Like, I think they were there last year, but they looked new this year. They looked different.
You mean like different from the previous year?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
They just look different.
I didn't notice it, but also I'm like that squirrel. Stephanie always calls me the squirrel because I'm like here, there, here, everywhere.
Yes, me too. Yeah. Opening day is going to be rough because I literally have in my mind 50 million things I want to do. And I'm going to get into the park and just do a bunch of circles in place because I'm not going to know what to do first. But it'd be like, oh, I can do all these different things. And no. But I am going to run to the Emporium first because I really want one of these. And I have a feeling those are going to sell out very quickly.
They have some nice merch for sure with this 50th. So.
Yeah, we've had people ask like if they can purchase that on a store, and I was like, nope. I think you can call and purchase things from Dollywood, but I don't know if that's gonna. I'm wondering if those are just gonna be in-park exclusives only because of the festival or celebration. I need to stop calling it a festival.
I'm looking forward to going right and seeing what's different. See if they've done any changes in the right side of the park, going up Craftsman Valley.
Yeah, they didn't really show much. And I'm wondering if there's a reason for that. They didn't show that side at all. The only thing like construction wise that we got was, let me see, I've got some pictures. Where's it at? Is this. That's the only construction we really saw. And that surprised me. I didn't even know that was a thought.
Where's that?
That's where the strollers were. That whole building got tore out.
Oh, it's preferred parking entrance right there then.
Uh-huh. That's that whole section.
I haven't seen that picture yet, so that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, so the measuring station's still, not the measuring station, but the accessibility station's still there, but the stroller and ECV place is gone.
Mm-hmm. They completely tore that out. And so I'm wondering if they're either, so if you can see, it's kind of, I'm moving this. What did I just do? It's kind of now, I think they moved it to where that sign normally is towards the back. And that's where you're going to have to go because they moved the sign. It looks like that says like stroller. I don't know if you can, like across the street.
Oh yeah. I see that. That's interesting.
I think that's where they're moving it to. So I'm wondering, since Preferred has been so much more popular lately, I feel like, are they extending that entrance?
That's
to
a good
fit
point.
more people? Because it's a small entrance. It's kind of small. Or are they doing something else?
We always do prefer. Now, we have noticed it's been getting fuller and fuller over the years, it seems like, for preferred parking.
Yeah, we normally do Preferred. And then I regret it when I have to go up the hill.
That's the worst part. It's the trick, You're like, I got the best parking spot, and then now here's a giant hill at the end of the night after I'm tired.
I literally will plan out my day if I want to do that extra, like, walk. I'm like, if not, you know what? Normal parking's fine. We'll just take the tram.
I know. I love parking up there. And I last year with our Diamond Passes, we got 2 of those.
Yeah.
Preferred park. Didn't use them. Only time I parked in Preferred was for the Thrills on the Hills thing when it's added into the package.
Yep.
Oh, the roller coaster thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's just, look, that hill, I can be in, like, feel like I'm in the best shape and be like, oh, I'm doing good, and then go up that hill and it all just go downhill. So, no pun intended, because you don't go downhill, you go uphill.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought we gave our dog a heart attack one time because we were going up it with her, and like halfway through, she literally just laid down and was like, I'm done. We had to pick her up the rest of the way. I was like, oh, you poor puppy. Oh, hey, SoCal, how are you? Welcome in. So, when do you guys think Big Bear is going to open? Because this is currently what it looks like.
Well, they've already announced that in July, it'll be the early ride time. every week. So at least by July, I think they're planning on it. Which is, it's all faster than Tron being open, right?
Anything's faster than Tron.
I feel like they'll tie it into summer celebrations, what I kind of feel like, but I could be wrong on that.
Oh, that would be good. They may. I am surprised they got that far behind. Like, I figured they were behind because of the weather, but what has me worried is none of the landscaping isn't done. Like, none. The grass hasn't been sown or anything. And typically with roller coasters, especially with Vekoma, don't they have to like run those for almost like a month straight?
Yeah, a lot of testing.
Like a lot of testing.
Yeah.
Because I think Tron ran for a good month and Guardians of the Galaxy did too. It was a while.
We saw Tron videos for a long time of people getting like the far off shots and everything well before it was even open to even the cast members or staff members. So.
Yeah, and that was just the past month they were just able to do that. I feel like they've been testing. Wait a second. They were testing when we went for Thanksgiving. So that's a good 2 months.
Yeah, it's a while.
Because we were there for Thanksgiving weekend and we saw it running. So
yeah, and I guess they have to do the sandbag test and all that stuff as well.
Yeah. So I mean, I originally I really was confident about my April, festivals in between the festivals. But yeah, Jeremy, I'm with you. I'm wondering if it's going to be more summer, like starting off the summer, or maybe in between those festivals, the flower and the summer celebration.
It could be there'll be a big draw between two festivals to get more people in. I mean, they're already busy as it is, but
yeah,
you would draw more people for sure.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking they would have to do it on like the off season, or not off season, but like the downtime, so there's not as many people. Because what if something happens to it?
I don't know. There's not much downtime.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah, there's really not. It's going to be busy all year. What do y'all think about that with the new crowds and stuff? Because, I mean, especially this is going to open up.
I can't wait.
In fall. I'm so excited. So I believe they said June is when you're going to be able to reserve stuff. And I'm like, okay, I need to ask off work just to reserve.
Yeah, we'll be trying to book a room and get that video filmed and check it out for sure.
Yeah, because it's going to be really pretty. I mean, they've got a good chunk of it done. This looks more done than the roller coaster does.
I don't know. I'll probably be more likely to stay at the other one for a bit.
Dream More. I wonder if the price is going to drop on Dream More.
I'm hoping.
I hope so too.
I figured next year will be in February. That's when I'll stay there. Yeah,
that's when we stayed. And Jeremy, I think you guys were there too. Like I think a couple weeks after we were.
Yeah,
was it before or after?
We had a patio room just like you did as well.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if it was before or after. It was like a week away, or maybe 2 weeks at the most.
Yeah, it was like in between. Like we were just there.
yeah, it was very close. That was the last room that we wanted to kind of see there at the Dream More. We were wanting to do the 1986 suite, kind of finish things out until we saw the price of it, which was like the Dolly Parton suite's expensive, and like we know that, but like the 1986 suite is like they really priced that just way too high.
Is that like $10,000?
What's $10,000?
That's right. Okay, well, it's like I thought it was like $10,000. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's $10,000 for 2 nights.
You get at least a meal or two.
I think you do. So Carly Carmona, I think she did it, and I think you do get food with it, don't you?
Yeah.
Maybe that was just because she's with attractions. That's probably
why. I did the tour, and one of the things they do is you get 2 rooms. You get an inside room and an outside room. You also get a chef-made meal. You get to take home. There's a bunch of stuff in the thing that you get to take with you. It's pretty wild. And all the profits are sent to charity. I think the Imagination Library, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's where it goes to. Yeah.
Oh goodness. Oh, hey adventures out there. Hey Ryan, welcome in. I'll be uploading the tour of Song and Hearth this week. Yay! I can't wait to see that. 10K for 2 nights minimum. Ew. Yeah. That is, I am a different tax bracket there.
Yeah, Ryan's already stayed there, I'm sure. So that's why Ryan's like 10K for 2 nights. I got it. No
Yeah,
worries.
they're good.
But
If
we're
I
all
could
doing
never
this.
afford to do that, I don't even think I would still, because yikes. But it goes to, like you said, it does go to, the charity and stuff. So, I mean, that's more tempting to say, okay.
If I'm dropping 5 figures on a hotel, I'm going to the Helicon for 4 nights. Just hands down. I know there's no charity at Disney, but
now I do want to stay in the suite in Dreamore, and we were going to do it because, of course, off-season prices, yeah. But they were booked.
With the Dolly Parton suite, or which one?
Mm-hmm.
That's still our favorite hotel room of all time, like as far as the theming goes. And
yes, it looks so. I believe so. So you did the video right on it of like the tour and everything.
Yeah, we did. We stayed there for one night, did the video on it, and we actually live streamed from the room. We didn't want to leave the room much, so we just kind of stayed in that room and really hung out. But it was just so well decorated, and
it looks amazing.
It was really well done. I can't wait to see what the suites are at the next hotel. That's what we're looking forward to. So
I'm really excited to see what those suites look like. I'm very, very interested. So actually, Ryan, so you actually got to, and I know you said you have a tour coming up, but are the suites, do you think the suites are going to be as nice as Dreammore or nicer? I know you probably can't say much, so I don't want to put you on the spot, but like, what is your take on that? Like, are they going to be Dreammore level, or is it going to be like Disney, like deluxe, like the next level from Dreammore, from what you've been able to see? Which, of course, right now it's just a lot of wood inside there. So
I would guess they're going to be at the same level, but a different feeling.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
he's
a different
saying it's gonna be nicer, but I mean, the Dreammore is really pretty nice. I mean,
it is.
It's comparable to the deluxes I stay at Disney.
It's a really nice resort. I've never actually gotten to stay. Eventually, I'll like to stay at a deluxe at Disney. But if you shoot me a link, I'm happy to hop on. Oh, really? Yay! Yes, I will. Y'all cool if Ryan joins us?
Yeah, we'll have a little party here now.
Yay, party. As long as I'm like, I swear with my luck, I'm going to get called. And I'm like staring at my phone like, please no one call me. Everybody stay good for the next couple of hours. Okay, guys, give me just a second. All right, let me go ahead and message you this. So it's really weird. So I have a Mac that I use, and StreamYard won't let me pull it up on Safari. I have to download and use Google Chrome. I don't know why it does that.
Yes, and on the iPhone, you have to use Safari. You can't use Chrome.
I know, it's so weird.
Very strange.
Hey, Ryan, where do you want me to send it? Do you just want me to send out Instagram? You multitask real fast.
I do think that the Song and Hearth itself is going to be a nicer feel than the Dream.
I'm very excited for it. I'm very, very excited to see it. Like I said, when they open up in June, I'm going to be going refresh. But I just tried that with Tron and it didn't work. So I don't think luck's on me. Sorry to go off on a Disney spill. We're D23 members, and they had like this event, and they were like, oh, you can get a special, preview of Tron and get to go on it for like $50. Look, it sold out in a second. I was so mad. I'm like, why do we have this membership?
I have a friend that actually got in. So,
are you serious? We've never seen. That's the first time I've heard of anybody getting into those events.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Okay, sorry guys, I'm getting distracted. Ryan, I promise I'm trying to find you right now. I think I sent you a message a little while ago, so I'm just trying to find the message that I sent you. There you are. Okay, just sent it. Okay, but let me see. Why did they tear down the stroller building? We don't know. And Ryan, I don't know if you can tell us when you get in here. That's a mystery. So there was a huge thing that we were talking about, like they're changing the entire front section of the park and like the entrance area, and they're going to do something big with it long term. There's a big plan. So I'm wondering if that's them starting that plan. But I expected the front entrance to go on the other side where the museum is. That's what I thought was going to happen. Maybe not.
Hopefully Ryan will know why they tore it down.
Poor guy. He's going to come on here. We're just going to be like, what did you learn? And I know he's very limited on what he can say. So I'm like, I don't want to get him in trouble. But at the same time, I did not know of all parts of all sections for them to tear out. I don't think none of us thought that was going to happen.
No,
definitely not. Yeah.
When I was first watching it, I'm like, the strollers are gone.
Actually, the press was there, right? So if the press was there, he can tell us pretty much anything.
I think that was the big, I think that was the main event. Like, I think that was the kind of like what they did last year. I feel like that was, I think that's all we're going to get this year. Oh, yay. Hey, Ryan, if you just want to give me a thumbs up when you're good, I'll bring you on in. Oh, I think he's good. Okay. All right. Hey, Ryan, you good? You good? Yeah? Okay. I think. Hey!
Hello.
I think he can kind of. Can you see us? Maybe?
I'm guessing not.
I don't know. I'm going to go in the chat.
We can see Ryan.
I can see him.
Yeah.
Maybe pull him off for a minute. In my defense, I'm very untech savvy too, so this could clearly be my fault too. I'm still trying to figure out the opening to this. See, I love StreamYard for home streaming. I hate it for the in-park. Hate it. It's absolutely horrible.
This is my first experience with StreamYard ever. So.
Yeah, we use it to record our podcast at home.
Yeah.
Like
See, the issue within the park, like for me, StreamYard, when even if it was like 1080, it did not look 1080. It was very, very laggy and just didn't work. And I'm like, so I've been using Streamlabs for the park is what we typically use.
I worked at a conference where we were doing stuff like this. We used Zoom and it was terrible. Well, you couldn't do all the cool things you can do with this.
Yeah, I've had interesting experiences with Zoom. So when I was in school, we used Zoom a lot. Okay, sorry. Multitasking. I'm horrible at that, apparently. Sorry. I have like 5 different things going on at once, and I'm like trying to keep track of all of it. And it's not working in my favor at all. But yeah, I tried Zoom. So it was funny. My schools actually when the pandemic hit, all of our classes and stuff went online, and we used Zoom. So even the schools were like, we don't like this, and they moved it to Microsoft Teams. So oh man. My cousin tried to get on Tron last week. She couldn't, so no Tron for me. Oh, that's sad. Well, hopefully I'll be able to get on it. We're gonna try it. We're supposed to go in September. I'm hoping to go on it. I want to go on the bike, but I hear it's very, very not fluffy people friendly, I guess. And I'm fluffy. And so I'm kind of scared to go on it.
I've heard a lot of complaints about the leg part of it too, like the little metal bar that goes over your calf area, I guess. I've heard a lot of complaints about that.
Yes, let me see. I think, Ryan, you're good. Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Can you hear and see me okay now?
Yes. I can see you now, yeah.
Hey, sorry about that. Sorry.
You're good. That was probably my bad too. I kind of know how to work this, but then I kind of don't, so. But thank you so much for coming on. Great to see you. I know I talked to you a couple days ago. I had saw you in live on TikTok, and then I quickly was like, I'm going to say hi as I was running out to work. So
thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, awesome. And again, we appreciate you. And guys, again, Ryan from Adventures is out there. Basically does everything. Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, Dollywood. And has some awesome new videos on a lot of the things that have come up recently, a couple of days ago with Dollywood, actually. And I know there's a lot of things you probably can't tell us. But I guess, like, what are some of the things that you've learned that you can tell us?
Yeah, there's nothing really that I can't say, or no one's ever said, like, don't say this. But I mean, the big thing is we tried to press as to what the opening date was. Can you give us like a ballpark? And it's just kept going back to, we'll let Dolly spill the beans. We don't want to steal her thunder. So I even was trying to pin down, will she be there on pass holder day and opening day? And again, I couldn't get like a hard answer. So she will be there opening weekend. That was what I could get. So she will be there. She will say, this is when Big Bear is opening. So we're excited to see what that is. But again, they said 70 on, what was that, Tuesday or Wednesday? 75% complete. So we'll see, whether it's May, or we'll figure out exactly when it will open. But it was looking good.
Yeah. What would your estimate be? So when do you think it's going to open?
I think, as they said, it was, they've had about 45 days of, that it's been impacted by weather. So I think it's just dependent on what this week looks really rainy. I think that probably the bigger factor when it comes to weather has been those really cold days. Like, we had days here in the Smokies in single digits, and we've lived here for 5 years, and I've never had to unfreeze our pipes. I moved up from Florida, like yourself. You were telling me you're from the Tampa area. Yep. So I've never had to unfreeze pipes. So it was a new learning experience for me. So I think that's the big challenge when it comes to construction, as far as getting concrete poured and things like that. Like, when it gets really cold, I think that's the biggest challenge. So I think we're kind of over the hump of some of those really cold weather days. It's just a matter of
wood to knock on.
Yeah, hopefully. But I think it's just, we'll see how the weather does. I think they're going to have optimism and pick a date that gives them a little wiggle room. So if they do get some really crazy weather, I don't think they're going to set a date and I think they're going to give themselves a couple days of bad days or a mishap or something. That's what I would do. You always want to under promise and over deliver. So that's my guess. They're picking a date and they're going to tell Dolly, this is the date that we can confidently have it done and have a big hoorah opening date that she can come back to. So she'll be here opening weekend, and then she'll come back again when they officially cut the ribbon and do the big first ride. So
I'm excited. Sorry, go ahead.
Is this the lightning rod rule? Because they all seem to have a lot of regrets from that time period.
I don't know much about lightning rod or really roller coasters in general, because I'm a big scaredy cat and I don't get on them.
Me too. I get on them, but I think I've been on lightning rod twice. And that was enough for me. That was my 1, 2 and done. I'm definitely more family coaster. I think that's right though. I think that they're going to definitely over hit on it. I know we had talked about possibly in between, like when the flower festival ends and between the summer celebration starting, that gives them a good chunk of time. And they could even do kind of like what Disney's done. They have, of course, their cast members got the preview of it. I think annual pass holders are doing previews right now, or they've at least started previews of Tron. And then they're going to open it to the public. So that would be interesting. I'm actually wondering if Dollywood's going to do something like Disney has done with holding back maybe pay per attraction on that one, like they did with Lightning Rod. Because they did that with Lightning Rod for a little bit. Like, you can pay it to cut the line, not cut the line, but, fast forward. So I'm kind of wondering if they may do something like that with Big Bear. Because it's going to be it's a big deal.
And they promised a lot of us an early ride on it for renewing our passes before October. So,
yes, I want my ride. I want my early ride. Because I'm definitely Ryan, I'm a chicken too. I am not a big coaster person. I will go on them, but I don't like them that much. So what are some of the things? I know you had also posted, of course, you said you have your Song and Hearth video coming out. I'm so excited to see that because I really cannot wait for that hotel to open, hotel. So what are some things you have about that?
It's HEARTSONG. See, I get my merge mixed up all the time. I said Song and Hearth. That's the restaurant, which we did.
Look, Eric just sent me a text in all caps saying that too. Sorry.
HEARTSONG. It's HEARTSONG. You got the HEARTSONG new resort, the Song and Hearth restaurant, which we actually went to this last week with some friends of ours in the area and took advantage of their BOGO, which I think there's maybe a couple days left, maybe 2 days left, 2 or 3, I don't know. But took advantage of their BOGO offer on their buffet there. What I was saying in the chat earlier, you said you think it will be better than the Dream More, and I think yes, in the sense that I do really feel like they do listen to customer feedback. So any of the things that Dream More were over time, people have said, you know, this is a great resort, but I wish you had this. Or if you only added this, this would make our experience here better. I think they do listen to that. And so as they've gone and planned out the new resort, and those little things, I think they will tweak and make better. I think Dollywood, I have learned over the last few years, I've watched them. They do try to listen. They really aren't just hearing people's kind of frustrations or challenges that they run in. They take feedback. So that's where I think the new resort, HEARTSONG resort, in that way, I think they are going to, and I kind of like the lodge feel. I think Dream More is going to be the more kind of glitzy, the glitzy side of Dolly. They have, I mean, it's really nice. It's beautiful. And this is going to be, I think, more of that lodge rustic feel. And if you could say kind of like the Disney Wilderness Lodge, which we kind of like. So
it's similar to Margaritaville too, with Camp Margaritaville that opened up. How you get that kind of more minimalistic. Yeah. It's still very nice and very clean and just a good hotel.
Very different vibes for sure in both of them. I think that's interesting. I like the kind of the Wilderness Lodge comparison because me and Eric talked about that comparison. Actually, we were wonder if that's kind of going to be more of the vibe for this one. But yeah, I'm wondering. So, what are some of the things that you've heard that people have wanted different from the Dream More? So, like, what are some things that you've heard? Like, maybe they could do this a little bit better, and maybe that's something they're trying to improve on.
Yeah, I couldn't list off anything in particular, but I'm just saying I know that they've probably have taken in lots of feedback through the years of operating Dream More. So any things that they've probably, when they built Dream More, have thought, oh, I wish we had have implemented this or built this one thing, or instead of putting the pool over here, we put it over here for purpose A, B, and C. That's just my logical thinking, I guess, behind that.
Yeah.
Last year, Eugene Naughton mentioned balconies. People wanted balconies, and that was one of the things I don't remember how many of the rooms here have balconies. Not all of them, but
I misspoke about that last week. I accidentally said every room was going to have one. Don't listen to me, as I obviously didn't know what I was talking about because I got very quickly. Eric, so he's downstairs. He's the producer and stuff, obviously, but he sends me text messages as we're doing this, and he was like, "What are you talking about?" Just like with this, he says meeting spaces and balconies are some things that they've mentioned. So yeah, the balconies too, which I like balconies. Like the patio room we had a couple of weeks ago was fantastic.
I think another thing is the view. It's going to be, there shouldn't be any bad views, at least until they add more hotels somewhere, I guess. But right now, the view, the 360 on that place is mountains and trees. Mm-hmm. Whereas, in the Dream More, you can have a Burger King room that.
The views aren't that great. It's a really pretty resort, but the views are kind of like, eh. You can see Splash Country.
Pool side, it's a great view. But.
Yeah. Yeah, no, better. What is that?
That's nice.
Oh, that's the pool.
Oh,
cool. So the bottom right is actually a hot tub. Over to the left is the pool.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Oh,
And
that's
it's kind of
nice.
blind where he does. That is asked how many have. It's not every room, but that was a feedback thing that they did implement, and they try to make a lot of balconies. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like the hot tub now is a little bit smaller at Dreammore. It's nice and kind of secluded behind the rock wall there. And I got the water flowing up like a little bit of a waterfall, but it is quite small.
Yeah, I'm surprised when you said that was the hot tub. I'm like, oh, I thought that was like a mini pool.
It surprises me. It surprised me how many people use that hot tub in the winter. I was there for the winter music series, like February the 4th, and it was like 30, 40 degrees outside, and there's like just people streaming into the hot tub.
I love how the hours are different, though. We noticed that on one of our last days, how the hot tub opens earlier than the pool does. So like I was out there in the morning time before anybody else got out there. It was nice.
Yeah.
So I think it stays open later too, I think.
Yeah, I saw that. A lot of people were up late because I was going, I was like, well, I'm going to go grab a snack because they have in the Dreammore where they have like a little snack area by the check-in desk. And it was like 12:30, 1 o'clock, and that lobby was full. Like people were everywhere. I'm like, man, I'm not the only one who doesn't sleep. Because everyone's just hanging out. So I think that was great. Oh, Eric also said better themed rooms with nature artwork.
That's cool. So that lodge feel for sure.
Mm-hmm. So they have some of that artwork pulled though, don't they? Like they had, I know this is the one picture that, and Ryan, you probably have better pictures than what I've got, but I'm trying to see. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that one. That is really gorgeous. I will say I'm very excited to see the different types of artworks that they have.
Yeah.
For sure. Now I know also you guys got a lot of like kind of sneak peeks. No one saw it coming too, especially about the is it flower and food or food and flower? I always get those mixed up every time.
I've gotten in trouble with that one.
Me too.
I've made a video and passed it over to Dollywood, and they're like, you got it. That's the wrong one. So
is it the Disney one? I think that's what it is.
Yeah, theirs is Disney has a similar one, and it's just I don't know. My brain mixes them all. I have some timers. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't. My kids have that brain.
I'm the same way. I'm gonna be honest. So like for our videos, our Best of the Fest videos, Eric writes the script. So we don't do those like vlog style normally. Yeah, he just corrected me, flower and food. He writes the scripts and like the reviews and everything. And so I just get to sit here and just read off of the script. And even with it in my face, I still mess it up. And I have to do like 50 different takes.
Yeah.
So flower and food is the correct one.
Yes.
What I know there's a lot of different foods that they announced. Did they let you guys know where those were going to be? Like, are those going to be just like festival booths, or will they be like in the restaurants as well?
Yeah, so they showed three or talked about three desserts specifically for the I Will Always Love You celebration that will be starting when the pass holder day starts as of the 10th on. And then you have flower and food. I believe April 21st is the opening day of that festival. Most of them all sounded like they would be at tasting pass kiosks throughout the park, except for there was a Tuscany chicken, I believe, and they said that would be available at the Front Porch Cafe. But I think every other one was just like the different festival fair booths that you could get.
That makes me so happy. I love Front Porch. That's my favorite restaurant there. So that is awesome. Okay, so they're all going to be mostly there. So they did announce desserts though for the I Will Always Love You.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just those fudge snacks.
Yep, there was a strawberry cheesecake, a biscuit, some kind of strawberry biscuit thing, and then he said there would be something else in the bakery that you could also get specifically for that I Will Always Love You celebration. So
I'm so excited for that. Like, I'm very excited to see what they do with that. I'm ready to see the pink sky too. So
yeah. Speaking of food, they need to have the pot roast fries year round. So that's what they need. Those things from Last of It was amazing.
I actually got to eat those. I was so excited when I saw it was all turkey based this year. I was like, Yay, because I don't eat pork.
Gotcha.
Eric doesn't either. We don't eat pork or red meat, so we are very limited on like what we can eat and what we can try at the park because everything comes with bacon. And I'm like,
yeah.
But all the pot roast stuff was turkey for Christmas. I was so happy. It was delicious too. Like that was so great. Oh, hey, the Met Man. Hey, Coleman. Hey, Mountain Magic. Welcome in, guys. Sorry, I'm also trying to see because I think we've been having questions on the side. And again, with my multitasking, it's not a thing. I do have a question though. So I saw they had tacos too. Was that right? They're gonna have tacos, like street tacos?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Look, I'm all about the food at Dollywood. The rides are fun, but let's be honest, I like to eat. And so the food is where I go first. I'm like, oh, the rides, but first I'm going to eat. And I've literally missed half the day where I'm like, because we're going to start trying to do like those challenge vlog videos. And none of those happened this year because I got so distracted by the food. It was a great time. Is there going to be a tasting pass for the I Will Always Love You?
No.
I didn't think so. Okay, no. Okay. Yeah, confirmed. We talked about that right before you had come on, actually. And we didn't, yeah. So no tasting. I didn't think there was going to be enough food for that.
Yeah, that was a question I asked, will there be one for that celebration? And I was told, no, there should not be. And I think that's the reason as well. I said, how about the other festivals? Could we anticipate that there will be one for the spring, summer, fall, and Christmas again? And it sounded like yes. So obviously anything's subject to change, but it seems like it worked well for them this last season. They started that pattern and continued it through every festival. So it sounds like they're going to do that again this year, a separate pass for spring, summer, fall, and Christmas time.
That's really good to hear. Yeah,
that was a great idea. I don't know who came up with that for Dollywood, but whoever was behind marketing and all that stuff, and they did a fantastic job this year. I'm wondering though, it seemed like last year the tasting pass portion sizes changed every festival. Like Spring Festival, the portion sizes were small, and then for Summer Celebration, they were absolutely huge. Yeah. And then they kind of went down again in fall, and then Christmas, you got like this little mini funnel cake. So I'm wondering what the portion sizes are going to be like this year, because I feel like they were testing that last year to try to figure out what would work best.
Yeah, it was interesting. Sometimes the things you could buy were like $13, and sometimes they were $7 or $6 or whatever. And basically, it averages out to about $6 a swipe.
Yeah.
The last funnel cake, we were actually with Adventures at Rock, and Rock went to get the funnel cakes for us, and we're going to share what was the thought. And he came back with 2. He was like, they're actually small, so we just got 2 instead, because they were expecting like the normal size funnel cake. So
they are perfect size funnel cakes. That's the size a funnel cake should be.
I'm going to disagree.
I like Funnel Cake Factory. Theirs are just the whole plate, and then
the funnel cake for summer was a little bigger than Christmas, and it was so perfect. It was like it wasn't too big, it wasn't too small. It was like that perfect size. And then Christmas came around, and we got like this bite-sized one. I'm like, what happened? Somebody figured out. I don't know. I think they were just testing a lot of it, but that's funny. Rock's like, what? We were too. Hey guys, how many of you will be there March 10th? Me.
Definitely.
Jeremy, are you going to be there March 10th?
Yeah, we'll
yay.
We'll be there March 10th. So Steph and I will both be there for sure.
So all of us. Oh, yeah, we can meet up too. I've got to get better with that this year. I felt so bad because like every time somebody would want to meet up with me, I would get to the park later than anticipated. And then I'm like, oh, but I got a live stream. So my goal is to get better with that, to meet and actually hang out with you guys this year. Because Ryan, we always run into each other and I never actually get to hang out. We just are real like, hey, and it's always in the same spot.
Craftsman Valley, yep.
But of course your daughter was performing there too, so I'm sure you were just kind of chilling around there to watch her. She did incredible, by the way. Like, you've got a future mini movie star in your hands, I think.
We're proud of her. We're proud of all three of our kids. They're a blessing.
That's awesome. I'll be there. Oh, good. I think it's gonna be so. And I don't know if y'all want to answer this. You don't have to. How do y'all feel about Bring a Friend being on Pass Holder Day?
I don't like it.
Okay.
I like the concept of bringing more people to experience Dollywood, especially people who may not get to take advantage of it. The only downfall is, of course, Pass Holder Days will usually be at less capacity, and it's still busy. So you kind of get that feel of more not as busy. But so I'm kind of torn between both. I'm like, now people get to experience it maybe for the first time and get that kind of, mountain magic as we up there, and it's more crowded. But the way Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, even Sevierville is all getting so crowded anyways. We're all getting used to it anyways of being crowds nonstop. I know, Ryan, you live up there, so I'm sure you're getting more and more used to more and more crowds, especially with the tunnel being half closed. So.
And Buc-ee's is coming too. That's going to bring, and it's going to be the biggest Buc-ee's, isn't it? It's going to be the largest one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For a little while. We'll hold the title however long we can.
Because they're doing one in Texas, right? A remodel of the one in Texas.
Oh, and that's like the home base, isn't it? I don't know much about Buc-ee's. I know I'm fairly close to the one that just got built in Crossville, so we know. But I don't know.
Oh man, you gotta stop at Buc-ee's.
I know we pass it.
Disney World full of restrooms is what it is.
It was funny, right? When you went and you did your video, I was like, "Oh, hey, I'm on that side of the world." No, and the only reason I asked about the Bring a Friend is because I keep having questions about that, and I'm the same way. Dollywood is growing so much; it's so fantastic. I love the Bring a Friends and being able to get people to explore the park, to allow them to say, "Okay, we want to have a season pass. We want to bring our families and stuff." At the same time, I was hoping for less crowds on Pass Holder Day.
I was shocked I was shocked they included silver. I really thought they would push that out to get people to go to diamond and gold.
I did too. I was surprised. I think the season pass holders are going to change. I think that we kind of started to see a little bit of the changes, but think about it. 5 resorts, and they haven't even announced anything. The third one's got to be being announced soon. There's got to be an announcement for it coming up, right? Because with
built.
What?
It's being built.
The new one? Not this one.
Well, they've poured the foundations and things. You can see it when you.
Have they really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know they had started that far on it.
Yeah, you can see
I know it was rumored of what like the name, because they had copyright Songteller or something. Songteller or Songwriter had been copyrighted. So that there was a rumor that was what was going to be the next resort, but I didn't realize they had poured the concrete.
It was cheaper to do it both at the same time, was what they said.
I mean, they're probably not wrong. Thinking about how much money those resorts are going to cost. 5 resorts back to back. I mean, it's like what, $1 billion? A couple billion that they've got. I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, so I'm not 100% sure.
Maybe be a third park down the road too. That'd be really cool. So.
I know one thing I'm curious about. Ryan, did they bring you to the other side of the park at all? Where like Tennessee Tornado and stuff is? Did y'all go to that side?
No, not this past week.
See, so I'm wondering, is something going on over there? Because surely they've got something.
As far as over by the food truck area, Tennessee Tornado, are they working on something?
Like over there and by where the museum is, Chasing Rainbows, because that's been shut down. I don't think that's going to open this year.
Yeah, that's a question I get asked a lot as far as at Dollywood, are they going to bring that museum back? So I have not heard anything definitive, but that does get asked a lot. Mm-hmm. But I'd be surprised if anything is going on outside of the between Big Bear, and simultaneously they're working on both Big Bear and the resort. So it seems like I think all hands are on deck on those.
They got their hands.
If they had some mystery third project going on, I would be really, really surprised and amazed if they were able to pull.
Well, hey, we were all surprised when the front of the park was tore out. Where was it? This part.
The preferred parking part?
Yes. Where's the picture? I'm sure Eric will snap it on there before I can even Ha, I beat him. Yeah, this. No one expected that. Did they tell y'all what that was for?
Yeah, so and I realized I took video of that, and I just forgot to copy it over from my phone, and then I went back to my phone. I was like, whoops, I forgot to include that. But it was the wheelchair ECV building. It just ripped out, and they're supposed to be making some seating or something for guests to hang around. But all that's supposed to be at the building across from where that building was, kind of by the. It's just like directly across from is where you would get rentals now.
So where the Country Music Hall of Fame used to be, or the Gospel Music Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing with that building?
Part of it. I don't know that I wouldn't say all of it. I just think there's like a little corner hub where there is like a roll-up door. It says like above it lockers. I don't know if you had that picture back up, but there might be like I think that there's so right there on that left, do you see that there's a roll-up door?
Mm-hmm.
And then above that, it says something about lockers. It's my understanding that's going to be where you're going to be able to do the rentals of strollers and things like that.
Oh, nice.
That's interesting. Yeah, again, that was something that we were all like, oh, that the preferred parking's tore out. Okay. Now they could just tear out the hill and make it flat. Or give us an escalator up there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so mad about that. I'm like, it's preferred parking. It's supposed to be easier, but that hill, there's nothing easy about that hill. Unless you're extremely fit. And even then.
On the way in, you're good. You just need a one-way escalator on the way up. That's first world problems.
Like those moving floors that Disney used to have in all their attractions. That would be fun. And us all just chilling on that, going up the hill. Why did Sorry,
I really destroyed Space Mountain when they took the Travelator out. That was.
I'm still mad about that. I complain about that every time I get off Space Mountain. Every time. I'm like, why would they take that out? It was probably expensive to maintain, but I miss that. That walk out of Space Mountain, it's a struggle. It's so long, especially when they were starting construction on the gift shop. Sorry, Eric keeps distracting me with texting. Oh, widening pathways. Oh, yeah, we were talking about that. So, in between Blazing Fury and Tennessee Tornado, we're wondering if they would widen that pathway on the off season. Because that's little. That's a small pathway. So I was wondering. So we were wondering if they're going to expand that pathway at all.
They did some last year. So
Ryan, is that like a yes or like a I'm wondering kind of? Oh, okay. I was like, he's nodding his head. I'm like, is that like a yes or?
Yeah, I'd be shocked if that wasn't. I'm shocked that they're not doing something with the place where the two griddle, where you walk through. I can't think of the name of it. Is it Marketplace? Is that the name of it? Where the Christmas tree is?
Oh yeah.
I was amazed they didn't do something. They're not doing something with that this year if they're not, because that's been a rumor for years.
I would honestly think that the pathways would start getting expanded again.
And that's the worst part of the park right now for getting through.
I'm literally having to look at my text messages from Eric because I'm going to murder this again. HEARTSONG is going to have. I keep wanting to say song and hearth. HEARTSONG is going to be pretty big. That's going to be a lot of people. And so if you think about it, that's going to be 1,000 more people in the park. I don't think those pathways can handle many more people on them without being Disney level crowds.
I agree.
So I'm wondering if that's not now. Was this was this the big event for the media and stuff? Like, is this like it until we go back to the park in a few weeks?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else between now and the 10th.
So this was like the big one, like the main. Okay.
Yeah.
So everything else is going to be just a surprise to us all.
I think the big question is, are we going to have another diamond and gold thing we've got to sign up for on the Dolly presentation. Because I knew nothing about it last year. I happened to get in as an insider, but I didn't know anything about the diamond and gold seating until I got there and saw people in the diamond and gold seating.
Well, they kind of snuck it in. Like, the only reason we knew was just because we normally, like, not to be obsessive, but like when we wake up and stuff, we go on every single Dollywood page, including Eventbrite, and it just so happened it popped up and we saw it and we're like, oh. So they didn't really advertise a lot of the gold and diamond events last year. Not much. So it was almost like they didn't want to, because they were limited also. And that wasn't originally discussed when they first announced diamond and gold, those golden events and stuff. It wasn't originally announced, oh, hey, they're going to have these events, but they're going to be limited. And so I'm wondering if that's why they pulled back and was like, we're going to wait.
Yeah, because they didn't even tell us to tell people. That's how secretive it was.
It was very secretive. I mean, y'all did a fantastic job at that. So, but you have to, I'm sure. But no, nothing's been announced yet. You know, Ryan, I'm sure even if you knew something about those, I'm not sure you could say anything, but they've not announced anything about any golden events. Really. We've got nothing. And I'm assuming it's going to be like last year, how I think the diamonds were in the front and the golds were in the back. That sounds horrible, but that's how they did it. If you were a diamond, you got the front part of the theater. If you were a gold, you got the back side. Water park event was announced. I just got that in all caps. So the water park event was announced for the golden event. See, this is why I don't write the scripts.
I'll say I do have to run for the night.
Sorry.
You what?
I said I do have to run for the night, so I'm gonna hop off. It's been fun hanging out with everybody. So.
You're committed to that cardio, Jeremy? You're going for a run?
I'll be running to the fridge, so about 0.0001 miles. Y'all have a good night. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I'll see you next week. Again, guys, be sure to go check out Nerds on the Go. We're going to link all their information in the chat. And then also after we post the video, it'll be posted as well. But yes, they'll be on next week as well, actually. So we'll see them again. But actually I was getting ready to wrap things up here in a little bit. I was going to see if there's any more questions in the chat. If there's anything else you guys wanted to talk about. And I was going to open this. We got our Funko Pop. Okay. Oh, which one did you get? Oh, that's the one we got, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll just go ahead and open it. Why not? I'll just do it now. I'll look at the chat. I got scissors. Oh, that's awesome. Nice. I think, honestly, though, we are just going to do it as a giveaway for ours, because the original plan was to put it on like a dolly shelf that we were going to create for a background. We haven't created the dolly shelf, and I don't see us creating it anytime soon, now that I know this green screen exists. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, it says the number and everything. So do you collect these, or is this your first Funko Pop?
I think this is our first Funkos. I just said to Bree the other day when I saw that somebody posted and said, hey, they're available on the website. I said, Bree, can you order 2 so we could just give them away? So that was I just thought, because I know the last batch, I think they went pretty quick. So
yep, great minds think a lot. Oh, I think he accidentally exited out.
Grab them, we could give them away to somebody down the road.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
I'd rather have them.
That's what we're doing too. Oh, yeah. Lewis, I'll add you back. There you go. No, I didn't do it right. Who is fighting me? Eric, stop it. I think he was trying to add you the same time I was trying to add you. That was my bad. But no, yeah, Ryan, we're doing the same thing. We're just like, we saw it and we're like, oh, let's get it. And then I kind of forgot we ordered it until it showed up today. And we were like, well, we could just do a giveaway with it. We don't collect these normally, so. Okay, let me see.
I'm trying to think of the person that does. There's a person on Twitter I know.
Oh, we got 269. My background is not going to let me do this. How do I undo my little screen? Okay, y'all get to see my hideous
settings.
This is why. What's really funny about this is we were gonna do a shelf right here, and instead we just started hanging our stuff on the wall.
It legitimately looks like a shower.
Yeah.
I thought the thing up in the left-hand corner was a shower head.
It's a lamp. And so normally too, we were talking about this the other day. So I freaked out when I saw the lounge flies because normally these go on the wall behind me.
Oh, cool.
One's still up there. But no, we were going to put it on there, but I wanted to be able to show y'all. So I got $269. Oh no, it's cute. And yeah, it's got Dolly on the back. But yeah, I think we're going to do like a social media giveaway for it. Kind of like what y'all are doing.
So one thing that I have is a pile of those tasting passes that you have behind you. And Bree had mentioned you should do like a collage. We should do like a wall of all, like, just keep collecting all the different little things like that and just make a whole collage. So we might do that.
Yes, that would be cute. Yes. But yeah, this is just, this is the Funko Pop. I'm fully aware this looks bad, Eric. I know. I'm going to pull the screen back up in a minute. He's like, that doesn't look good. I'm like, I know. It's just a blank wall.
Now that I know what it is.
Yeah, this is what's normally behind me. This is why we put a green screen up. But yeah, so guys, eventually, I think we're going to announce it tomorrow once we figure out what we're going to do. I think it's going to be a social media giveaway. And yeah, because I know we're going to do our live stream giveaway for these. Where are they at? For these, the first day of the festival opening, if I can get there, because I have a feeling those are going to sell out very quickly. Right, I don't know about how many people of like your subscribers, but I've had everybody asking about those shirts. Those I will always love you ones.
Yeah, I'm sure there's the merch is going to be pretty popular, so the popular sizes might go quick.
Yes. So, I hit the okay, different picture. That works. I just clicked one. But no, again, let me double check. I'm going to see if anybody had any questions. Again, thank you both so much, Ryan. Thank you for hopping on here. Feel free to do it anytime. Just send me a message and say, hey, I can help.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much for having me. I'm happy to hop on and it's been a pleasure.
And I appreciate it. And you know, guys, be sure to go check out Lewis, go check out Ryan. We're going to go ahead and plug in their information and stuff over here in the chat in just a second. And then we're going to post it all on the video as well. But again, thank you so much. I appreciate everything, Ryan. I appreciate all the information you gave us. Definitely go check out all of his videos. He's posted all of the updated information regarding all of the new food that's coming out for the Flower and Food Festival. Did I say that backwards? I don't know. But and he's also about to have the HEARTSONG Lodge information come up as well. So please be sure to go check those out. I know I will. I'm very excited to see more about that, especially the pool area. That looked really cool. It looks huge. Was it really big? Like, it looked huge.
Yeah, they have a whole convention center. That convention center is going to be huge. And I think they're excited that that's going to be able to, right now, a lot of people come to Gatlinburg and utilize their convention center, cheerleading groups and stuff like that. And some people utilize up by Wilderness and the Smokies is the Sevierville Convention Center right over there by Soki Mountain. So I think this gives people, and LeCon as well. LeCon, it gives people another venue to utilize for those cheerleader competitions and all the different, like we're doing a homeschool convention in May, I think, coming up at the LeCon. So it's just another large venue. And it was, when we're in that, we were in the, what will be the convention center. It's huge. It's a really long, large building. And so it's going to give them lots of options to keep people on Dollywood property. And it says resorts, the road, it's Dollywood Resorts Lane or Boulevard or whatever it is. And, so I wouldn't be surprised me if 10 years from now we're going, here's resort number 3, coming in play or something like that. So obviously, if this is a success, that's going to give them something to continue to add more resorts, or and I don't see them stopping with improving the parks. Both, here obviously we're seeing Big Bear as their biggest expansion, biggest roller coaster that they've added. But I could see again next year them doing some more with the water park and coming back to the theme park and just kind of ping-ponging back and forth and saying, okay, what's the next thing that we can add to the theme park? What's the next thing that we can do to take the water park, to the next level? So,
yeah.
I think that's interesting. So the water park, I'm not going to lie, love Dollywood. Was the first time ever getting to go to Splash Country last year because we got the Diamond Pass. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go. I expected more from it. So I feel like there really is room to grow with Splash Country. I think that would be great to see because I feel like it's a very small water park when you compare it to, what's that other one called? Soaky Mountain?
Soaky Mountain, yeah.
Soaky Mountain, that place is huge. So I love that, them piggybacking. I think that would be great. They actually have, I thought they announced it, or maybe it was just something we read, but I believe they have announced a total of 5 resorts, right?
That's what he said.
I believe it was 5. Yeah, I believe it's 5 resorts total was what they've announced. So it's going to be huge.
Yeah, I guess I missed that one completely. Wow.
It leaked. Okay, that's what it was. It leaked. So it leaked. There was going to be what?
It's not leaked. I remember him saying it. I have that
okay, he did say it. Okay, I wasn't
Yeah.
sure if I was imagining things.
No.
Okay, so they did say it. So there's going to be 5. I think it was like last year, wasn't it? Or when they first started HEARTSOng?
Yeah, when we were doing the HEARTSOng thing,
originally.
it was one of the things that was mentioned.
So 5 resorts.
They had this plan. I think it was 10 years. I can't remember how long, but that was one of the things that they were doing. One of them was supposed to be a campground kind of thing too.
And one was like going to be kind of a motel, right? Like kind of like Disney's value resorts, the all-star resorts. Like one was supposed to be like that, right?
I don't remember them saying that. That was the rumor before HEARTSOng, was that they were going to make a moderate but clearly HEARTSOng is not. It's deluxe.
Dollywood's gonna get their deluxes done first, which is sad because look, again, not in that tax bracket for deluxe resorts right now. So,
yeah, I think they need
off season.
I think they need to build something like Universal's Endless Summer. And just build a massive, humongous place it's not overly themed, but that's a great place. We've stayed there twice now.
Yeah.
Dockside and the Endless Summer one, and really great place.
They mentioned, the campground. So the plan is 5 resorts, and I agree. I think they are going to expand the parks too. I would like to see a second park because I feel like if those 5 resorts do get done, if they have all 5 resorts, I'm sorry, Dollywood is not big enough. It's a lot of people.
I've always wondered, are they trying to leech people away from others, or are they trying to grow completely?
Yeah. Well, there's a new park down the road, right? With I'm a city girl, so I'm gonna destroy this. Like, what is it called? There's a park being built down the road with the trucks. Like
Diggin' Zone.
Thank you so much. I was gonna murder that. Diggin' Zone, yes. That's what it was.
Which we drove by today. It was a rainy day. We went over to Severe Air and had some friends with us here. They had little kids. We went over there, tried to find some indoor activities. But as we drove by that, I still thought, like, I see it more as an amusement park. I wouldn't really define it as a big theme park. Like it's going to be something that people like. I think I posted a picture and I saw a lot of comments like, oh, just another go-kart place. Like on the plans, if you look at, if you go to their website or look at their social media pages, you can see there's like a lot of like golf cart track, and you'll get to use some of the big excavators and big equipment type stuff. But I don't really see it like as in competition. It's just something different, like for people or kids or grandkids that want to hop on a big giant truck and kind of move it around a little bit. They'll be able to do that, but I don't see it like as a
competition.
I don't.
It did look kind of the land. So we've only seen it when it was flat and just the sign there. And it didn't look like theme park big, but I was wondering if they were trying to do it because it was so close to Dollywood. I'm like, are they trying to be a competitor or is it just something extra?
Yeah, I don't think they are trying to compete with Dollywood as much as it's just they're going after a niche of people who really would have themselves, kids or grandkids that would love to hop on a big, who love trucks and
that's gonna be popular.
Excavators. Yeah, there's a lot of people that were saying, "Oh, my grandkid would love that." So it's gonna pull. It's for that niche of people that really love that.
Yeah. Well,
I don't want to admit how much I now want to go to that.
See, there you go. I just want to see it.
That's what I'll do next February instead of trying to go to Gatlinburg. That was nuts. Trying to go up to Gatlinburg on the 4th of February was so much traffic, especially with the tunnels being down. But that was nuts.
And I know you
love your videos. Aww.
And I know you guys are wrapping up. Did you touch on or talk about it all? Till and Harvest. As we walked out to Big Bear Mountain, Till and Harvest, the food restaurant right there in Wildwood Grove, they remodeled the inside. I popped in there and I looked real quick. So it's now like pay kiosk. There's 3 or 4 pay kiosk, and then you walk up and get your food. It's not going to be the zigzag line, and you get all the way to the end, and there's one cashier at the end. So Food and Harvest, you mentioned you like Front Porch Cafe. I think Till and Harvest is probably one of your best options too for a lot of vegan, gluten-free type options that they have there. So now it should be a lot more efficient. So as people walk into Till and Harvest, you walk up to one of the pay kiosk, pay, and then you go up and pick up your food. So
that is going to be so much more efficient. Eric said Disney set up Till and Harvest. But I think that's really that I'm excited for that because it's going to be a lot more efficient. I'm wondering if they will do that with all the quick services then. That's exciting because I'm sorry, Till and Harvest, love their food, but last year the line and the wait was horrible. That was probably, I think I waited 45 minutes at one point because the setup was just so awkward. So I'm glad. I wonder if they listened to that feedback because we heard a lot of people complaining about it. That's the one thing I'll give Dollywood. They listen to feedback. Any other theme park that I know, Dollywood literally will listen and pay attention to what people are saying and fix it. We've noticed that for the past couple years. That's one thing I absolutely love about Dollywood. But no, that's interesting. Yeah, thank you for telling us about that. I know I saw where like the drink machines had been moved outside, but the inside is really cool. Oh, Eric has a question for you. Is the front porch menu changing again? Because that keeps happening.
I haven't heard of any changes at the front porch. That wasn't mentioned when we were at the front porch the other morning. I'm not sure if it would let me share screen.
Because they changed that menu very quick. Like they changed that within like a month of them opening that one. Which I'm glad. I like Front Porch because it is the only restaurant really in Dollywood, sit-down restaurant that's first off, not all you can eat. I love the all you can eats, but sometimes I just want like a meal, I just want like an option and one meal, not all you can eat.
Let me see if I can share this real quick. Let's see if this works.
You're good.
I think you have to approve it. Maybe.
Yes.
All right, so here we go. We walk into. Oh, do I have to hear my voice?
Yeah.
It's just something. You always hate hearing your own voice. Like,
you really know I do too. I like the hard hat.
There you go. You see?
Oh.
So 1, 2.
And then go up and pick your food up.
So that's something they're working on right now inside.
Make for quicker service here in Till and Harvest.
So
and they got to finish this in 2 weeks.
Ooh.
Crazy.
Oh, I love this. That is going to be so much more efficient, though.
Yeah.
Wow. That just looks, it makes it look more open too. Is that just me? It makes it look better.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I mean, for sure.
That is interesting.
So,
does this mean you're not going to be able to like tell them what you want on your nachos or bowl? That's.
Oh, it did look like that was gone.
Unless you basically walk up, pay, and say, I want a bowl, and then you're going up and you're saying, I want this, this, and this. So, but then at that point, again, you now have 3 cashiers that are, you know, still moving people to keeping everything moving a lot more efficiently.
I think that's Dollywood's big thing. I think because, again, that was a huge complaint last year, and even we were kind of getting a little frustrated, is the lines were so long. There were so many people, and unfortunately, I know that COVID had a lot to do with, like, hiring and employment. They did not have enough people to work at one point. The lines for food were really long. And so I think it's great that Dolly, and we would hear people around the park comment about that. Like, why are the lines so long? We've waited 45 minutes for chicken tenders, like things like that we kept hearing. So that is awesome. That's going to be so much more efficient because, like you said, 3 cashiers, not 1. So they're going to be able to really push people out. But they really won't be able to do it like Chipotle style, though. It'll have to just be like, you'll have to tell them. Now I'm curious. I can't wait for a couple weeks. I just want to see it all in action.
Yeah, unless, again, you basically say, I want a bowl, and you go up there, and then they're like, okay, well, what do you want on it? And they're doing a little...
But surely they couldn't do that. That would be counterproductive because that would take more time. I'm
very impressed of your pronunciation of Chipotle because for the longest time, I always said Chipotle. I don't know why, but I literally, my brain, when the company first came out, I must have just filled in the gap of what the rest of the word said. And so for the longest time, I always said Chipotle. And then I said it in a video and I got roasted and I was like, oh, yeah, that's not how you say it. What was I saying? For years I said Chipotle.
That's hilarious. Look, the amount of times I say things wrong is ridiculous. So it's okay. I find myself all the times, like I said, I tried doing those vlog styles last year for a couple of videos. And then I realized as I did them, there's a full reason why I like being able to do just the script in the video. Because if I speak wrong, I can edit it and redo it. When I'm just there's no editing. You said what you said and just hope people find it amusing. But no, that's so awesome. Thank you so much for showing that. I'm excited. That's one of my favorite, of the quick services. We like Till and Harvest for sure. That's one of our favorite. I did try one of their vegan burgers last year and it was pretty good. It was like a Beyond one. I just don't get why they don't have that option at Red's, but I'm sure there's a reason.
I'm still hoping to get a milkshake at Red's like Jimmy Fallon got to have one.
Yeah. We tweeted about that. I was like, oh, we're going to get Dollywood mad at us. But we tweeted that one. I was like, I think Eric said something about how nice that they lie about the milkshakes.
It's just one of those little things. If you watch that, you go, well, wait a second. If you really know the park and you really know the menus, you're like, how did he get a milkshake? You know,
everyone was talking about that too. Like all Dollywood Park fans, we were all just like, well, why does he get the milkshake and we don't get the milkshakes? Like, that doesn't make sense. Maybe they'll bring it back now. Maybe enough of us complained about it and tweeted about it. Yes, I still can't believe the milkshakes were taken away. Look, me either.
I wouldn't. I mean,
I say that like I was there when the milkshake started. That was one question we had, and I'm so sorry. I know I kind of jumped around this. So again, one question was like why we started this channel. And sorry guys, I know if y'all need to head off, that's fine. But one of the questions we had was why we started this channel. I think I put, what was the first time you went to Dollywood and what made you start the channel on it? So first time I went to Dollywood, I don't remember it because I think I was very, very little, like less than 5 years old. I'm from Florida. Like Ryan said, I'm actually from like the Tampa Bay area. So that's where I grew up. I didn't grow up around here. But as an adult, the first official time I went to Dollywood, I believe I was 25, maybe. Now, Eric grew up here, and he grew up here because he talks all the time about this. I guess there was a motion chair ride back in the day, and he was obsessed with it, and he's sad that they don't have that anymore. So he's been going here for years and years and years. But honestly, one of the reasons we started the channel is because I wanted to go to Dollywood, and so I was searching up videos like I do with Disney, like videos about the food, videos about the best, the best rides, the best things to do. We couldn't find anything. Nothing. Like there was no reviews, there was no informational videos, nobody was doing anything. And so I told, me and Eric talked about it. I'm like, that's kind of frustrating for people because it's such a great part and Dollywood is such an incredible person. We were like, this park deserves to be more out there. It deserves for people to know about it and to go experience it. And so we decided, we were like, okay, well, why don't we just start a channel ourselves? We're close enough for it. Let's just do it for fun. And let's just, give people the information that we wanted just to help out other people. And so that's really why we're doing this channel. It's legitimately, it's for fun. It's something me and my husband just kind of do together. The live streams, we live stream because again, it's fun to be in the park with a lot of people virtually and just hang out. And just show it for people who maybe don't have the opportunity to go or for people who are on the fence. Like we've had that. We've had for Christmas time specifically, we've had people say, well, do we want to go to Disney or Dollywood? Well, here's Dollywood. You can see what it's like to come experience the Hallmark movie itself. So that is why we started it. It's literally just for fun. And we've met so many, just like you guys, we've met so many incredible people. We've made so many incredible friends. We don't regret this decision. But yeah, no, we started it for fun as just something to provide information for people because I was low-key annoyed when I couldn't find informational videos. I was like, where are they?
I'm impressed how often you go because that's quite a drive.
It is. It's about.
I try to go once a month, but you guys go way more than that.
So we go. So our goal for this year, and actually our goal for this year is to go more. But right now, so we are about 2 to 3, let's say 3 hours because traffic, 3 hours away. We are definitely towards the Nashville area. And so it takes us about 3 hours. And typically we try to go every other week. And that's where we say like these home streams are every other week on the off season, the off times we go. But yeah, no, it's just for fun. I'm like, we could stay home or we can go drive 3 hours so sometimes we're going to actually stay a little bit more in the Pigeon Forge area this year because that was getting a little exhausting last year, especially during the summer festival. I wasn't getting home till like 1 a.m. It got a little rough there. I was like falling asleep driving and Eric's like, call me so you don't fall asleep. And because a lot of times he's not with me, so I'm by myself. So yeah.
Don't fall asleep driving for Dollywood. That's
no.
That's too far.
Last year was a big learning experience for us. But that's kind of where we're at. But no, I'm actually curious for you guys and especially Ryan, because I know you've been doing this for a couple of years now, right? So what made you decide to do your YouTube channel? I'm curious.
So when we used to live down in Florida, we we have another channel that I was putting like ride videos, particularly from Disney. And we had one that just took off. It was a ride of Soarin'. And I just started enjoying it. I've always it's relaxing to me. It's a way to just I like being creative. In high school, I was terrible at math. I graduated high school, thank the laude. We got sum cum laude and all these. I did not like math class. I mean, I loved art class though. That was the one class I looked forward to, and I was in an AP art class, and so that's why I like just filming and editing and like it's fun to me. It's relaxing. It's a creative outlet. We just started doing Disney stuff, and then we moved up here, and because that connection with Soarin', that ride video did so well on our other channel, and I thought, oh, they're opening up this Skyfly at Pigeon Forge at the island.
Yeah.
And I said, I should go over there and film that too. And so we went over to the opening and I threw that up there. And then I started sporadically, and I became a Dollywood insider, and I started making videos for the blog for Dollywood. And I thought, well, shoot, if I'm throwing it, and Dollywood just said, just let us post it first. So if you create a piece about, and like you were saying, answering that question of how does Time Saver Pass work, or whatever the question is, let us post it up on our blog first, and then you could throw it up on your YouTube channel. I was like, hey, that works. That's a win-win. It helps your guys' content out, and I can use that same piece as well. So, yeah, it's something fun. It for me, at the end of the day, when it comes to like YouTube, I was diagnosed with PTSD as a firefighter, and I thought I had a really low point. I was down to 145 pounds. I couldn't eat anything. I got checked into the Mayo Clinic. I thought I was afraid to leave the house. I used to have terrible panic attacks. So for me, like getting out too, it gives me something like to sometimes focus on, whereas it takes my mind off anxiety. And it's just been a helpful tool to, be out and checking out new places or going on new hiking trails or whatever. And so it's an outlet. It's something fun to do with the family, and yeah, we love it.
I love that. I think that's so amazing, and thank you for sharing that with us. That's so awesome, and thank you for all of your service. I think that's great that you kind of talk about how it's like kind of like a coping skill too. So obviously some of my job is that. That's why I say coping skill, sorry. But no, I love that, and I love the artistic side of it. So yes, and you do such a great job with your editing and stuff. I'm always so impressed, and I'm like, but how did he do it? Because I edit all of our videos, because that's kind of like, I'm more of like the artsy side, and Eric's more of the he can write a very good script. But no, I think that's great that you use it as kind of just like that coping way, and then also just getting to spend time with your family, and you have all those memories with your family too.
Yeah,
that was so awesome.
That's a big part. Like back here is my dad was a cast member for Disney when it first opened in 1971, and so I actually have his head circled here with a Sharpie marker where he is, so I wouldn't forget. But
that's so cool.
I remember him taking me to the park when I was a kid. His project, as far as we've talked a little bit about Dollywood projects, his project was building the 2000 Leagues Under the Sea ride. I have very fond memories of him taking me on that ride, sitting on his lap, and just being around the park. So I would love to have some video that I could click on and watch when I was a little one with him. Like that would be so awesome. And so
have those memories.
That's what is fun now too, is that I'm building kind of a virtual scrapbook that my kids can go back and watch, and or whether it's just how I remember when the park was da 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 da, or just whatever it is whatever we're doing, back whatever adventure as a family. So that's just again one of the many just fun blessings of kind of doing stuff like this. It's just fun.
I love that. So did you grow up going to Disney a lot?
Yeah.
Did we meet each other at one point? We live so close to each other. That's kind of me too. Like I grew up around that area, so we were at Disney all the time too. Actually, I don't remember 20 Leagues, but like I remember that being there. I remember that water section of the park and stuff. So that's so crazy. But yeah, no, I love that. And you truly do have like a great scrapbook. Like your family is so amazing. And again, thank you for sharing that. That's so awesome. I love that. And Lewis, you're newer. Like your channel's a little newer, right?
Yeah, and I'm sort of giving up on the whole trying to make videos like he makes. I can't keep up. I would take all these videos and I would never use them because there's just too many things to keep up with.
Stick with your pictures, kind of thing.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna post pictures and do videos in the house from videos of the park.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So that's oh man.
There was an app about probably 4 or 5 years ago that was a Disney picture a day And I was like, this is cool. I'm going to buy it again next year. And then they didn't sell it. And I was like, I'm going to do this on Twitter. So I've been posting Disney pictures for probably 4, 5, 6 years now. And then Dollywood, 3 or 4 years. Dollywood's a lot harder to do every day. It's not as big as Disney World.
It's not. There's very limited, and that's our thing too. There's very limited content. Like when we do the live streams and stuff, I'm like, well, eventually people are going to be like, you're showing the same things. So we're trying to figure out new things to do with the live streams. Like I think this year we're going to try to play the games and stuff or something. I don't know. But no, I love that. And if you do need extra photos, we can just send you some photos too.
And the new festivals are really making it hard too, because there's stuff everywhere, and
there's so much.
It's hard to have a generic picture.
Yes, no, there is. Like there's always, like when I was editing, I went through all of my video footage, which by the way, Ryan, I don't know about you, but I had like 2,000 videos on my phone. It was like, oh no. And I had to transfer all of them and edit. It took me 3 days for like 6 hours a day to change and edit and organize all of these videos. And every single video, when I go to post it and edit a video, has some festival in the background. And I'm like, dang it. There's something, whether it's like the flower festival or it's always there. Yeah, and no, I have that struggle.
When it comes to editing videos, my struggle has been like, look, don't go for perfection, because then I'll just never get stuff done, or just so you just want to strive for excellence so that people can see it, people can hear it, but at the end of the day, like I know it's not going to be this magical art piece. Just I'm trying to get helpful information, and I think that's the key. Is because like you talked about, the vlog style can be challenging because I'll sometimes just throw a mic on, and if I can get it all on the spot, then I can come home and just go drop, 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 clip, 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 chop, 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 good to go. But yeah, I think just that's the thing, is I'm trying to learn to find that healthy balance where I don't sit there and nitpick my video to death and try to get it perfect. And at this, but yet, just find a healthy balance and say, I think this conveys what I want to convey the best I can, and we're gonna publish it. So
sometimes your relaxation technique, like because that's me too. Like I love it because it's relaxing, but sometimes it's not relaxing because I try to nitpick things, and I'm like, oh no, and then I over edit, and it's just a mess. But yeah, no, that's funny because we're gonna try the vlog thing again this year. We're gonna get GoPro. I don't know which one we're getting yet. Because I realized the issue was I stream a lot, love streaming. Issue is I can't get any footage. So we're going to do like the GoPro thing on the side. And I was like, well, I'm going to try to vlog with that. But yeah, that's my issue. I'm always like, I can't talk in real life, obviously. So
what you need is the 360, one of their 360 cameras. I have an Insta 360. Get one of those and a hat and put it on your head.
He has it.
Yes. And that has been the greatest thing for capturing what's going on.
Oh, that's so cool.
Cambridge, England, with a friend who was telling me all this stuff. I just had this thing on a stick, and I was just watching it. It does a really great job of stabilization, and you can document what's going on around you very nicely.
Oh, that's so cool. So, Ryan, have you used that yet? It looked new.
Yeah, it's still in the package. It's been sitting on here for like a month. I'm so intimidated by this thing.
Does it look? It does look very intimidating. It looks really cool though. Yeah. So are you gonna have it on your head? Like when I see you, you can have it.
I have this. I don't. I haven't put it to the test as far as if security is gonna let me in with this. Because I know Disney's big on selfie sticks as a no-no.
Does it extend?
It will extend, but you can kind of control the extension. So I think I saw somebody in Christmas time walking around with it fully extended. Yeah. And I know I saw you as well.
I've seen selfie sticks at Disney still. Are you talking about to get in through security at Dollywood or Disney?
Well, both. But you know what? I feel like and I feel like Disney must have relaxed on selfie sticks because I've walked around the park there and I'm like, I think that's a selfie stick.
I've seen that. I saw them everywhere. So we went for New Year's Eve. They were everywhere. like actual selfie sticks. And I was like, oh gosh. So I think they got more lenient on it too. With Dollywood, so I've never had, it's not in here. It's downstairs. But so we have the gimbal that we use. I get stopped by security, but only because when it's in my backpack, I think it looks like a gun. And so I normally will just take it out of my backpack and I'll just have it kind of while I go through it, and I never get pulled off. So maybe just, I don't know what you normally do, but just have it out and ready. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do with the new camera either yet. I'm processing that.
I had one Disney security guard tell me not to extend it. I had a little 11-inch tripod, but Disney will let you take a monopod or tripod as long as it fits in a standard size backpack.
I feel like Disney will let you bring in anything at this point. Their security has been very lax lately. And Dollywood, I don't think they're too strict on anything yet. Now, I don't know if because there is so many of us now happening. Because I know when I first started the channel, I got stopped all the time in stores. And finally, somebody called security on me. Security had to come into the Emporium, and the security guard had to tell this I felt so bad for the host, but the security, I was like, they're allowed to film. They just can't film or interview other hosts.
Yeah.
So I think Dollywood's getting used to that too. I think they're not used to all of these vloggers and stuff coming in. It's very new because, again, there wasn't many people there before doing it. So I don't know. I don't know if they're going to have rules or not. I wish they would take the rules away about the ride stuff, but it is what it is.
Right.
Which I think, and Ryan, you can correct me, it's even on the smaller rides we can't film, right? We can't film on the small rides either, besides the train. It's just the train, right?
Yeah, only the train. And if you approve the share, this is actually a video I'm going to finish tomorrow. I finished it and I sent it over. It was the video is basically covering what you can bring into the park. Basically, I went through and found everything I could as far as inside of groups of people asking specifically, can I bring in this child pull wagon? Can you bring in a stroller? Can you bring in this? Can you bring in that? And so I focused a lot on what you can, but I did touch on what you can't. And obviously no guns, no knives, no, well, they're actually, they will let you if it's like a small one.
I know, that's wild.
Wait, what?
If it's there is like a length that they're told and I don't
for knives.
Yes. Yeah,
you can bring a weapon into Dollywood.
Well, if it's like a little tiny pocket knife, like there, I don't know I've heard the length mentioned, but I didn't want to get into the weeds of the exact sizes or if that changed by a millimeter or something, then all of a sudden the video's no good. So I just said, hey, look, leave your weapons at home or back in your car. And they say no alcohol. They did just say, they came back to me and the security person looked over this video and said, good, we're good with everything. Can you add, don't bring drones in? So the fact that they asked to add, don't bring drones tells me people have been trying to bring in drones. But back to your other question of, the only thing I've heard is the train is the only thing you're allowed technically. It's the same thing with Silver Dollar City. I got to go to Silver Dollar City maybe 2 years ago. And I was, again, a scary cat to get on any roller coasters, but my buddy was getting on it. And I tried to hand him my GoPro and I'm like, hey, can you get a video of this ride? You know, I'm like, this is my only time I'll be at Silver Dollar City. And he came back after the ride and he's like, nope. Every time he got shot down and stuff. Yeah. And then I later learned that was their across the board policy. I didn't know at the time, but since it's a same thing with Silver Dollar City and Dollywood, just at some point in some way, shape or form, they've decided, hey, for numerous reasons, for insurance or whatever, we're just going to make it a flat no filming on rides. And with the advent or with the creation of all the technology in iPhone 14s, the crash detection, they've even now implemented encouraging people, if you got a locker, leave the phone or find a way to turn off that feature because people are jetting off on lightning rod and crash detections firing off on their phones.
911's getting called. Yeah. I remember when that happened. Oh man, I can imagine Dollywood's panic when like all these people were getting 911 calls. Oh, so I have been told, so we've done this, but then I saw the rules and got scared and stopped. because I don't like getting into trouble. But Dollywood, some of the hosts will let you film on Rockin' Roadway, because we have done that even on live streams. When we first started, we filmed on Rockin' Roadway, but it's not officially allowed. So, and one of the hosts told me it depends on the host. Now, after I got told that and I saw the official rules from Dollywood, I got scared. I've never attempted it again because I'm afraid Dollywood's going to shut down my YouTube channel. But I think that sometimes some hosts may let you on the slower ones, I guess. But officially, don't do it, because don't make Dollywood mad at you.
I saw Aaron, one of the insiders, Aaron had a video of himself and his kid in one of the videos. And that was one of the things that I was told last year, that no posting pictures or anything from anywhere that you're not allowed to post.
Yeah, and that's why I've been so afraid, because I know they let me. I was technically, and you can go back and see when we first started streaming, I obviously didn't pay attention to the Dollywood rules and was like, oh, I can stream on the Rockin' Roadway. No, I was not allowed to do that, but you know what? I lived and I learned.
Because I have a beautiful picture from the top of the waterfall ride. I can't remember the name of it. That I stopped posting for that very reason.
Oh, Daredevil Falls?
Yeah.
Daredevil
Beautiful
Falls?
picture of the mountain behind there from the
yeah.
top, and I didn't realize at the time that I would.
Well, some of them I'm like, well, Disney, like the slower rides, I'm like, but Disney doesn't mind. But I guess you would have the few people who may take advantage, and then somebody
you can take a camera on Incredicoaster, okay, with a loop.
Just don't drink or eat.
There's very few things that Disney will not let you film on.
Look, people are getting crazy. I don't know. Well, I was about to say, I don't know if y'all are on TikTok. Ryan, ignore that. You're huge on TikTok. Sorry.
The camera adds 10 pounds, so if I'm huge on TikTok, I mean,
you've got quite a bit of a following. But there was a video. There's been 2 incidences from Disney. Somebody was eating and drinking a piece of bread on Incredicoaster while it was going, and then for the Guardians Tower of Terror, people were loosening their belts to get more airtime, and they had to post official signs saying keep yourself strapped in. So I mean, I feel like it's those people who kind of ruin things for everybody else, you know.
They really do.
So
yeah, I feel like there is a blog post just about every other week showing some ride video where somebody's getting off of a ride to get some silly video or silly picture, drinking water from Splash Mountain, or I don't know, you know what I mean, doing something. No, I don't know. Drinking it. They were
drinking it. He drank it.
Yeah. Getting off Pirates, getting off this ride. I mean, it's just like every other week. It's like, people, what are you doing?
The cucumber thing for the land. They got off on the land and took the cucumbers and were eating the cucumbers from the land. I'm like, first off, you could have died, because I'm sure both of you have been on the land. That's a pretty steep up jump from the boat to the actual, garden stuff. Yeah, I think that's why Dollywood has those rules too.
And there's cameras on you everywhere at Disney. Everywhere.
COVID-19, the cast members laxed on camera control, I think, because I saw a lot of shady things during COVID.
I did have to sit beside a person last year who was on to Tennessee Tornado filming himself and his family, and they didn't see it. I've got the picture of it from the camera booth.
No, see, that's what ruins it for everybody. Oh, we saw that.
I told the host, I was like, do something. They're like, we didn't see it. We can't do anything now. I'm like,
oh my gosh. We saw that one time on Slinky Dog in Hollywood Studios. They didn't have a gimbal or anything. These kids were just literally holding their phones just like this, nothing on it, doing this while it was going. I'm like, we're about to get smacked in the head with a phone.
Well, I may have done that a few times.
See, you're the reason why we shouldn't get to do it.
I have video from every ride I can possibly get on. I would
just love to be able to film on a few things at Dollywood. Just like the little things, like the Rapids ride, or if they ever make a dark ride, like the things that don't move, the things that don't crash.
Guardians, yeah, the new Guardians ride. I've got film from that.
That's my new favorite ride. I'm sorry. I know we're a Dollywood channel, and I know we're here to talk Dollywood, but I love, Ryan, I know you don't like coasters, and maybe that may be a little too intense for you, but it's so much fun. It's like Rock and Roller Coaster and Space Mountain together.
Yes.
It's so much fun.
I've had multiple chances. I've walked up to the queue, and I'm just like, I'm not ready. So maybe someday.
Hey, my 78-year-old grandma went on it. She got mad at us after she went on it, but she went on it. In my defense, we warned her. We were like, it's a roller coaster. She's like, it's okay. I'm going to do it. This poor lady looked so sick when she got off. I felt so bad. But I see little kids on it all the time. So
it's extremely
maybe
smooth.
Next time you can get courage. Do y'all plan on going back out there this year to Disney?
Yeah, we'll be down in May.
Nice. Okay.
Hey,
yeah, we'll be back. We wanted to do the D23 event, but guess what? The tickets sold out. So I think we'll be there for September because I love the Halloween party. So we'll be there September, and we kind of pushed back our Disney trips this year because we want to do more Dollywood focused stuff. But I wasn't willing to give up my Halloween party. So
we are doing again, I know this isn't Dollywood related, but Alani at the end of the year, towards the end of the year,
wow.
September. So super excited about that.
You're gonna have videos, right?
Yes. Bree was actually, before I hopped on the live, she was checking out some kind of Jurassic Park tour that you can do, and I was like, because I mean, that was like, of any movie, I saw that movie in the theater more than any other movie. I kept going back when I was young. And I turned around and went out and bought the Michael Crichton Jurassic Park book and read that over the summer. And I was just amazed by Jurassic Park. And so it'd be cool to go see that. But yeah, Alani looks beautiful. So we've got our tickets, plane tickets already set up. And so, yeah, we're excited to.
What's the saying? I'm going to live vicariously through you in your videos. Look, we've been looking at doing the DVC rentals for Alani because it's just a little bit cheaper, and we just haven't made the jump. So your videos are gonna make us decide to make the jump or not.
Well, Brie, she's picked up DVC points over the last few years, really cheap contracts, because again, you can buy directly from Disney. So we have bought a batch directly from Disney, and then she's put in offers on really low cost per points, and there's a lot of them that Disney has the first right to buy it. So we submit and say, yeah, we'll buy it off this person that wants to get rid of it, and Disney has time and time again go, nope, we're not letting it go for that low, and they buy it. But we've had some go through at really, really good prices. So we're basically doing the trip off of those points. So we're not paying cash to stay there. And Grandma wanted to bless us with the plane tickets. So I mean, aside from any expenditures we want to do, like extra little tours, it's kind of already paid for, and it's a blessing. So we're excited.
That's amazing. Well, Stay had a Stitch for me. That's my all-time favorite Disney character. And so that's one of the reasons that it's really sad, but that's really one of the reasons I also want to go. I was like, I want to see Stitch in Hawaii. I'm a child at heart. Look, I'm truly one of those annoying Disney theme park childless millennials. That's me.
Nothing wrong with that, you know.
But no, that's awesome, man. I can't wait to see those videos. My gosh. And yeah. So, sorry for everyone in the chat. I know that's not Dollywood related, but we get distracted by Disney fairly often on this channel. So
are there other trips you go on where you don't take pictures and you don't make videos?
What's that?
Are there ever trips you go on where you don't take pictures and make videos?
Actually, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things. One of our older kids just does not like to be in video, doesn't like to be in pictures, and her and I will go out on daddy-daughter dates, and yeah, there's no pictures or video involved. Or in fact, this last time we went down to Disney, there were I tried to like specifically say we're gonna film. We went this last time and stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge, and I was like, I'll film our dinner at Boma, but then like the rest of the day, I'm like, I try to just set the phone down, the camera down, and just not, I don't like, I think there's some creators out there like the Adam the Woos and Jacob the Carpetbagger Paging Mr. Morrow, and they do fantastic jobs covering stuff. And a lot of those guys, I mean, they're just so consistent and they're posting up stuff. And it's like, I know for me, I don't want to get on that kind of that treadmill where it's like I have to do a daily video. You know what I mean? I want to just do, I have other projects and stuff. And so this is great. It's fun. I love it. And have so much respect for those guys. It's just like, I just feel like I want to do something different. You know, I don't want to do the every single day video kind of stuff. So, but something to bring it back to Dollywood real quick. Somebody asked in the chat.
Thank you for keeping up with that. I haven't been able to.
So it was Roy and Maria asked about Dutch Brothers Coffee Shop open yet. So we've never been to a Dutch Brothers. We have some friends that posted pictures. There is one in Morristown, Tennessee, that they went to today, and they were like, it was good. So that's something I've seen people ask a lot about Dollywood. Somebody asked recently on a video, does Dollywood have like a place to get coffee? So if you go to a Disney park, you could go into a Starbucks, or you could go to a Joffrey's.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking of. So there's options there, and I've like, somebody was trying to tell me that across from the bakery and they like, but I'm like, maybe they sell like I don't know. What do you guys think? I've never really found like where you can get like a Frappuccino type creations inside the park.
So that's
at the Dream More.
I would, yeah.
Yes, at the Dream More.
Yeah. I would think if they implemented some type of like thing where you could get because really those things aren't coffee. They're like dessert drinks, really. I mean,
of the coffee drinks.
my daughters, if they're having like a rough day and tough day at school, and I said, I'll go up to I'll bring you up to Starbucks, they would be like, "What, Dad?" You know, like
you're their hero.
It's a dessert. Yeah, like their demeanor will change if we're driving down the road and everybody's just, how about I stop and get Starbucks? What? Can I get it? Because they're all excited. So all I'm saying is, I don't think there's a lot of options. Is there any coffee you can get in the park? What do you guys think?
So, no. And I know that as an avid coffee drinker who's obsessed with coffee and would literally be broke if they did. I think recently, of course, Starbucks has partnered with them. And so you can get the basic black coffee Starbucks and you can add flavors to it through Starbucks. I don't think they have a legitimate like coffee shop, which is crazy because for the fall festival, it was the first time they implemented a specialty coffee drink, which I was obsessed with. They had that pumpkin spiced coffee and it sold a lot. I know just when I was in line, they were constantly selling those things. And Lewis, I don't know if you know of anything, but I think they could make bank if they implemented a full Starbucks or something.
I was thinking they used to have like a cappuccino, but the kind of gas station-y cappuccinos, where it's really sweet and not just coffee and milk. But yeah, I don't think so. I don't think there's any place.
I think Dreammore is the only place in Dreammore, because when we were there, you can get like the legitimate, like the Frappuccinos, but even that menu is still pretty limited. I'm surprised if I guess I don't understand if they have a partner with Starbucks and they have a bigger menu at Dreammore, why can't they do it at the park?
Good question.
I don't get that.
That's what you'd be going in the wheelchair place. Full
I would stop there. You know what? If Starbucks gets in Dollywood, where I'm in so much trouble. I already spend too much money there as it is. If they get a Starbucks, I'm like your daughters. I'm just gonna, you know what? Goodbye money. Take it all. Just take my money. They do it anyway.
Be a good Christmas thing, though.
Well, I was surprised. So they did that pumpkin spice for fall, and then Christmas, nothing. I thought they were gonna have like a peppermint mocha or something. Nothing. See, so many opportunities. I think they should, though. I think that would be an opportunity for them to open up and make more profits too. And it could go in where the sweet shop is, or they could just add on to the bakery.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think even if you think of where the sweet shop is and if you walked in and there's like a whole section, it's just kind of like some merchandise. But I feel like if I had a wish list, I might add on that list, like make some kind of, it doesn't have to be a Starbucks branded thing, but just something where you throw a good couple skilled baristas in there that are putting out some of those fun, fancy frappuccinos and things that you could just walk up and get a cold one or a hot one of some fun, fancy stuff. And shoot,
you could Dolly themed drinks.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like, have some names that are related to like her songs, you know, or something like that. And man, I think it would be amazing.
Of everyone in this stream right now, you're the one with the inside info, and you're the one with the connections. So why don't you throw that at them? We'll sign it. We'll sign a petition.
I'm just a dude. I'm just saying if they said, if they had a suggestion box, you know, I would throw that out there. I think a little barista coffee shop or something along that main street, that would be pretty awesome.
Let me tell you, that is not something that works. I did that a few times ago, telling them what ideas. They did not like that.
Maybe if we got petitions going, like I said, you got quite a few people on that TikTok.
Oh my!
You can
and mobile order. Give me mobile order and a coffee shop, and done. Right?
We make a pilgrimage out to Knoxville at least once a month to go to Costco. We love our Costco run, and every time I'm there, they have a suggestion box in it, and I always leave the exact same note every time I go. I just write, if you build it, we will come. Signed, City of Sevier County, or I put Sevier County or Sevierville. And because there's a whole batch, they're putting in a new Target, all this new stuff along that between where the Buc-ee's is and down towards Dollywood. And that would be awesome if we could get a Costco. So I might have to do the same thing if I can find it. There's got to be a suggestion box somewhere in Dollywood. I'll have to leave a similar note. Like, if you build it, we will buy it, you know, coffee shop for Dollywood.
Yes.
Jolene's Coffee. Jason says, call it Jolene's Coffee. I mean, yeah, it doesn't have to be Starbucks.
No, it could be anything. Just something coffee more than just the basic black coffee, you know? Just something extra. I think Dollywood is I think they're growing and they're learning, but they still have more they can do. Like the mobile order. I agree 100%. I would love to see mobile order for the restaurants and for the Emporium. Eric's over here on the sidelines saying Dollywood breakfast. There's no place to have breakfast at Dollywood. Nowhere.
Yeah, that's what we used to love to go to Aunt Granny's for breakfast. That was such a good place.
They did have breakfast?
Yeah, they used to.
Oh, I didn't realize that. See, breakfast.
Yeah, and they keep opening the restaurant earlier. I mean, it's like they open at 9 now, you know, for the rides on Saturdays. Nothing to eat until lunch.
No, like, I mean, I love cinnamon bread. I love all the sweets, but sometimes for breakfast, you just kind of want something more savory, you know? Oh, he's freaking out too. We love Boma, so that's also been a freak out on my side. So to switch back to Disney for like 2.5 seconds, I love Boma too. Speaking of breakfast, Boma breakfast is amazing. So, but no, I agree. I think there's a lot of things that they could grow. Dollywood should at least do a pumpkin spice. So they did pumpkin spice for fall, but for some reason they didn't do it for Christmas. They missed out on a lot for Christmas this year. I think they put so much time and effort into the summer celebration, and the fall Christmas kind of got put on the back burner a little bit. Because I was surprised there wasn't more dessert options for Christmas. That confused me. So maybe they learned. Let's hope we need a suggestion box. Maybe what we'll do is I'll make a suggestion box and just walk around with it. We may get some wrong suggestions from people though. So Ryan, why don't you do that? There you go. Just take a suggestion box.
Like I said, I love Dollywood, and it's not a knock or anything, but if they added a coffee shop, I know I have 2 teen daughters that would be elated to say, oh yes, we're hitting the coffee shop, and then we're walking around. So
exactly.
And then we're walking around, and then we're hitting the coffee shop again before we go.
You know, you're saying this, but it sounds like it's going to be a lot of money on you too. So
yeah, I've learned to just it is.
Just give them up.
I used to listen to Dave Ramsey, and so whether it's something in a theme park or whatever, Dave Ramsey said his acronym was It's because Bree wants it. BBWI or BBW. Yeah, that's right. I just sometimes say, or because my daughters want it, BBWI, because she wants it, like, because again, sometimes for us as guys, we're just like, what? I have a fully functional little shade thing. This works. But yet, our wives want something that's beautiful and elegant or something. And
you want the extra things.
Yeah, the beautiful things, and that's the way God's made them, and they appreciate certain things, and so you just have to say, hey, that's because she wants it. That's you can't just think all logical, and sometimes you got a daughter that wants a special frappe drink, and you just go, okay.
Look, they can make it pink and everything. Like Dollywood could have their own pink drink, and it can be Dolly themed. Oh, hey, just out and about, y'all. I will get better with multitasking. Poor Ryan's been looking at the chat for me. You're used to this more than I am. I'm trying to see if there's any questions.
Eric's on here. Eric with Between the Parks, who, man, I am always so impressed with his photos. He does some beautiful photos.
Fantastic photography. Oh my gosh. Amazing. NDT, you can do the cinnamon bread at Dreammore. Okay, so you can do the cinnamon bread at Dreammore. But I have a complaint about that. I'm sorry, this isn't a Dollywood bash session, I promise. But we were so excited the last day. We woke up early. We were like, we're going to skip breakfast. We'll just go grab some cinnamon bread. We got told, oh, sorry, you had to order that the night before. What? This was 10 a.m. I was so sad. They told me that you have to order cinnamon bread the night before. They had run out of cinnamon bread by 7 a.m. And they were not going to make any more that day.
They had it when I was there on the 4th.
That's what we got to.
My complaint about it is it's overcooked when you get it there.
Because we were, so last year when we went, ours was burnt. It was pretty rough. So we were going to do a video redeeming that. Like we were going to do a video about the cinnamon bread at Dreammore, only not to get the cinnamon bread at Dreammore.
I mean, it's still good. It's just not. It's not the gooey, nasty that just comes out when you get it at the park, and it's just, oh my gosh,
it kind of makes me wonder.
I've ever had in my mouth.
Yeah, I wonder how HEARTSONG's food, like what they're like, are they going to have a legitimate restaurant? Did they say anything to you guys about that? Like, will they have a restaurant? Like a sit down?
Oh, at the new resort? Yes.
Oh, they will?
Yes, it is going to have a restaurant. As far as what style, will it be a buffet? Will it be, I didn't get clarification on that, but yes, they are building a restaurant within that. And then the question that got asked was, okay, so if you're staying at one, can you get transported over to the others? And they said, well, we're working on that. Like they didn't definitively say, that they were careful and cautious as far as some of the nitty gritty questions people were asking about, like, can you, between the two resorts and some of the stuff, I think they were trying to not promise something where it hasn't logistically been put in place. But yeah, it sounds like you'll have options. So you could be at one resort. For example, we were just at Animal Kingdom Lodge. So we stayed you have Jamba and you have Kadani. They're very similar, but they're essentially two buildings. We walked from one to the other. It was like a 10-minute walk, ballpark, which it would be kind of similar in this situation as we talk about Animal Kingdom Lodge and these two Dollywood resorts. But we went over to Kadani is the other building, and they had Sanaa was one of the restaurants. They had a really neat bread service and some unique things about that restaurant, and a buttered chicken. It was like some kind of chicken. Oh, it was so good. But then we also ate at Boma for dinner. And again, I got sold at, I think Boma might be like my top 3 Disney property restaurant.
Breakfast. The breakfast will put you over.
I might have to try that. I don't ever eat breakfast. I do intermittent fasting, and I normally just have like lunch and dinner. So I got to sometimes force myself to eat breakfast. But I got to try that. So, but yeah. So all that to say is, I think when you talk about the new Dreammore Resort, the new HEARTSONG, they will have a restaurant, and then you're going to have the Song and Hearth restaurant in the Dreammore. So if you're staying at one, I'm sure you can come over and eat at the other, vice versa.
I would be shocked if the trolley doesn't go between there and Dollywood in some pattern, because having two going in different times would be messy.
So we were thinking about that too. We were wondering how the transportation is going to work to the park. Like, are they going to have like Disney just add a couple, because the trolleys right now say Dreammore on it. So is there going to be specific HEARTSONG buses too, or is it just going to say resorts and just overall?
I would think it's this, you're going to have the same. So I always get this verbiage mixed up too. You got your tram and your trolley. So your tram is what is getting you in the parking lot from parking to the front, right?
Yeah.
And your trolley is the term used for the more San Francisco looking, like they have for City of Pigeon Forge and City of Gatlinburg. The trolley is the more vehicle car, not the open, like with the enclosed windows. So those typically say like Dreammore or just whatever on the side. My guess is it's going to go to the park, and it's going to cycle up to Dreammore, and then it's going to just keep bouncing between the three. And during water park season, the water park. So it's just going to be on they'll put them on a loop. So
the water park.
What?
I keep forgetting about the water park. I don't mean to, but I just keep forgetting it exists. Like, I know it's there. But that's one thing. Yeah, that's interesting, because that's we've been wondering too. Like, is it going to be kind of like how Disney has their setups with the buses? And if you'll be able to hotel hop, I guess. I don't know.
And that was asked. It was asked, for example, if you're staying at the Dreammore and they have this brand new, amazing, beautiful pool at the new resort, could you pool hop? Which, again, right now, technically, you can on Disney property. Technically.
Only if you're a DVC member.
What's that?
You're not supposed
DVC
to.
members can, but I think.
Well, the last time we asked, we were told no. It's still not. They're not allowing it. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we got it in the Bob Iger era. We'll see, but
at least we're at the Chapek era.
Yeah.
Be careful. Sorry.
But the bottom line is, it sounded like the answer was saying, look, if you're staying at the Dreammore, there's certain amenities that you have for there, and vice versa. So I think they kind of they don't want people, there's a brand new pool and all these people, like, just flood the pool, and then there's all these people at one place.
So I wonder how they're going to stop that. Like, is there going to be a security point? Like how Disney, how when you go into the Disney resorts, there's security points. Like, you have to go and you have to show them your Magic Band or your resort and your ID. Do we think they're going to implement that for both of the resorts now?
I don't know if you're going to have like your room key card, and maybe like on the front end, typically when stuff opens, they're trying to kind of keep all the craziness from happening. And then over time, you're probably just kind of lax. Like, after so long, they're not going to so just my guess, just a guess.
Sorry, I'm distracted again. Hey, Crazy Crew.
Butch.
It's it. Hey, he'll be on next week, guys. I was going to make that a surprise, but surprise. And right, if you want to come next week too, I think I said a message, but if you're not doing anything next week, we were going to do kind of a final week before we're all at the park kind of thing. So, because gosh, it's getting to be so close. But no, that's interesting. So did they confirm June still being when you'll be able to reserve rooms for HEARTSONG? Did they discuss that again?
If I didn't ask and I didn't hear that discussed, or if it was discussed, I was just staring up at a stud in the wall or something, like just not paying attention. So I don't know.
Because I know that was originally that they had mentioned that June would be the date when you can start like reserving the rooms and stuff. So look, we're trying to get on that because we want to go so badly. I'm hoping the price isn't going to be too deluxe. If it's too deluxe, I may need a second job. So
I'm sure there won't be very many people staying there this year at Christmas.
I wonder how it would look for Christmas, though. Look, we were sitting there as we're at the Dream, we're imagining what HEARTSONG was going to look like. It was the funniest thing. I was like, I wonder what HEARTSONG's going to do for all this stuff, as it's still like you said, studs and wood and everything like that. It was cool to see the progress, though, because there's been nothing about that until this past week. Like, we've not heard anything about that resort. I was afraid they were really behind on it. Are they technically behind, or are they still on track for that one?
No, I think like the coaster, they're on track. No pun intended.
Is the coaster? I mean, they're technically not on track, though.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what their exact date for Big Bear Mountain was. I don't know if I ever heard a.
We didn't have one. We just had spring to 2023.
Which, I mean, honestly, if I'm building stuff, I'm gonna try to give broad generic stuff just to give myself those bad weather day leeway.
Well,
so,
I think I saw in your video he had said that they've got like extra crews and they're working on like the weekends and stuff now, aren't they? Like they're basically adding extra people.
Yeah, anytime there's like I just looked at the weather and it's just so rainy this whole week here in the Smokies.
It's where we're at too, and we're
Monday
in the Plateau area.
Yeah, I mean Tuesday looks good. So like on a day like Tuesday where it looks sunny and good, they'll try to bring in, hey, all hands on deck and let's like work as soon as the sun comes up and just push all the way until the sun goes down and do everything they can. So on those days.
I wonder if it'll be running when it opens in a couple weeks at least, like if they'll be testing it that way. Because the track's done. And they have the vehicles off site somewhere.
Yeah, I didn't see the vehicles anywhere, but yeah, maybe they're in a warehouse, at the warehouse or somewhere.
Because that's going to take a while. Because we were talking about that before. I don't know if you were on here at that point. We were talking about because Vekoma is, I believe they did Tron, and they had Tron testing for like 2 or 3 months. Because I thought it was testing when we went in Thanksgiving. I swear I saw it testing. So I mean, they'll have to be testing it for a while, especially with like the sandbags and stuff. This cruise committed almost 3 hours of Dolly. I know, and I told Eric this was going to be an hour. Only because I was afraid I was going to get called, and I don't think I'm going to get called tonight. Knock on wood.
Coleman says, wonder if Dollywood will ever do magic bands, but shaped like a butterfly.
We've talked about that. We have talked about that. That's been discussed.
And so I think whether it's like a magic band type device or we've talked about mobile ordering, in theory, we've just used those things and think, yeah, you just put your thing up and you click on it and it works, or I just go on my phone. I think they do work great when they work. The challenge is you got to make sure you get a good developer that actually builds it right, or you're paying a ton of money for something that doesn't really work and it just creates more headaches. And so I'm sure they'd love it. I'm sure if you asked the leadership for Dollywood and said, would you guys love to have some type of device, magic band type device and mobile ordering there? I'm sure the answer is like, absolutely. It's just a matter of prioritizing all the different projects and figuring out who can we do to do that right? Because if it's done right, it's wonderful. But if it's not, if we got a kind of a company that they just get it, and then it's like never. I mean, we all have tried different, maybe like quick service, fast food type restaurant apps. Some of them you're like, oh, great. Chick-fil-A, for example, we use Chick-fil-A app, and that thing works fantastic. It works great. We have a point system, everything. I've for some reason or another tried different other ones, and it's like, oh, this thing is terrible. Like the menu's terrible, everything's terrible. I downloaded it and then deleted it. I'm like, there's no point. There's so.
No, I think that we forget that because like until you mentioned that, I never thought about the logistics behind it. Like I just think automatically, oh, a magic band for Dollywood, that makes it so much more efficient. And then we don't take the time to really think about, oh, wait a minute, that has to be created. That whole process, they have to come up with they have to have a company, they have to make sure they're good. So I love that you brought that up because that wasn't anything I just thought, oh, hey, magic band.
Yeah, and think about the security aspect of it too. Like you really have to have somebody that can code and configure it all so that it's secure, so that if I had something on a wristband type device that can get me into my room and also into the park, well, we don't want anybody to somehow like I mean, you've seen the wallets where it protects people from scanning your credit card information devices easily. Likewise, you wouldn't want anybody just to copy someone else's information and go up into the room and take all their valuables. And so, there's a whole security aspect to all that.
And I think that's so much easier said than done. And the thing is that Disney has that money. Disney has the funds for all that security. They have the funds for all of those programs and stuff. Like Dollywood is they're not to Disney level in regards to money wise. And I think that's a huge thing too, is because all of that stuff, all of these processes will cost them a lot of money. And I don't even know, does Universal, I haven't been to Universal since I was like 10. Does Universal have like a Magic Band?
No. And their mobile ordering is terrible. Really slow. Not terrible.
That matches what Ryan's saying.
It's not like Disney. When mobile ordering isn't working, that is a terrible place to try to eat. But when it's working, you just they call you and you walk up, you take your food, and you're done.
Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe in the future for Dollywood, that would be a thing once they do get more people. Like they're going from being just like kind of a regional park to a nationwide park, and they're just now starting that process. That's a new process for them. That wasn't even mentioned, them being nationwide, until just a few years ago. And so I think that's just, I think eventually maybe 10 years from now, we're going to start seeing more of these things being implemented as the money starts coming in. Because that's the thing, all these increases that people get upset about, they have to do it. There's no way they can get around it. They have to make profits. They can't make profits without raising the money on things. So do I like to pay extra money? Of course not. But do I understand? And I'm like, yes, take my money. Yes. So, I mean, it's kind of like people are going to be upset no matter what, because Dollywood is trying to get on the nationwide bandwagon. Even looking at, their soon to be competitors of Universal, they are nowhere near that price yet. Then people are going to be freaking out, but they're not. Considering the park size, they're fairly cheap, but they need more funds, more profits to build all these things. Too soon for Magic Bands at Dollywood. Yeah, I agree. Let me see. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I missed, because I know y'all probably are like, man, this is late. I don't sleep, so. And I could talk for hours. That's why I love live streaming. But I will let y'all go. And of course, if you guys do, if anyone wants to be part of these live streams or hop on with us and say hello, just send us a message on any social media outlet, anything like that. Again, be sure to follow. Oh, okay. So I'm just going to have to do this myself because Eric just said his computer died. Okay. Adventures is out there. We streamed so long, his computer died on him, which is funny. He's like, my computer died. What?
I said follow him. Right up.
Yeah, follow this. I'm really quickly trying to pull up, Lewis, your Twitter account on my side screens. Look, it's so frustrating that I can't just use Safari for Streamlabs. I don't know. Ryan, do you use like a specific streaming site?
So I think I've been using StreamYard, and I'm actually gonna tomorrow. I think I'm gonna actually try to. I'm upgrading to their premium, which looks like you're using with your logo up here, and so I can dual stream onto Facebook and YouTube. I know you can get all crazy with OBS and do all these different other programs, but I just like the simplicity of StreamYard. So I'm gonna try my first pro level, like Premiere Premium stream. We're gonna try tomorrow night. We're gonna see how it works.
Ooh, from where?
I think from home.
Oh, like a home stream? Oh,
yeah.
I'll have to go check it out. I will warn you. So we have the premium for specifically for home streams. We only use it for home streams because we used it in the park, because I love how I can set up like like the intro that we have, the intro video and stuff. I love being able to do that. For some reason, when we were streaming in the park with StreamYard, the quality didn't match. Like it wasn't 1080 quality. But we use Streamlabs, and normally it's pretty good. Like we've had no issues with Streamlabs at all in the park. But I will warn you about that. Maybe they fixed it, and we were going to test it out opening day, but I also don't want to mess up my opening day live stream. So
StreamYard is very needy in terms of how much resources it needs. Your computer really needs to be only doing it, or you'll pay.
Yes. And I mean, so we decided, we're like, you know what, we originally weren't going to pay the extra because it can be a little bit pricey, but I was like, these home streams are just so much fun, to be honest. I'm like, I love being able to talk to people and just sit here and chat with friends about Dollywood or Disney, because that happens fairly often. I can't help it. I am from Florida, so I grew up with Disney, so it's hard not to compare Dollywood and Disney just because that's where I grew up. So
and the name of your show is Theme Park Vision, not Dollywood Vision.
Exactly. Like we couldn't come up with a name for Dollywood. Like we tried. The amount of time we spent trying to figure out a name for this channel was ridiculous.
You could have stole my name, the 12 Months of Dollywood.
Because
you guys are actually there all the time.
Yes. So yes, you got, of course, Adventures is out there. And Lewis, I've got your Twitter on there. I'm sure everyone in this chat already knows you, Ryan. I'm about 100% sure. But definitely go check them out. Again, we are going to just, as we wrap up, we do these every other week. We're going to try to do, next week, of course, we've got the Crazy Crew. We've got Nerds on the Go coming as well. So we've got a lot of awesome people coming on the stream next week. Again, if you all want to come on as well, you're more than welcome. Just send me a message and I will go ahead and send you the link. But yeah, just keep in mind, Dollywood opens in 2 weeks. So we will be going back to our in-park streams every other week. We will be doing these home streams, unless I randomly decide to go to the park 2 weeks in a row. But that's a long drive, so I don't know. Yeah, it is. The drive doesn't bother us that bad. Just during the summer months, the later months, that's when it's a little bit more rough. But we've been using OBS at church for several years. What is OBS? I'm sorry, before we hang up, can someone explain that to me?
It's basically like a free software that you can utilize for streaming. It gives you lots of options that you can do stuff. But I am curious, what is your cell phone service? Because I have T-Mobile and I try to stream in the park.
Horrible.
Hit or miss.
So that's the one thing. So I get that question a lot. How are you streaming at Dollywood? Because I had T-Mobile. That was what I was originally using, and I was lagging at certain spots of the park. I still lag on the train. You can't do the train. I don't know if you can, but the train will drop out. So I randomly, my best friend was with me, and I just asked her. She had Verizon. I said, can I test something? She gave me her phone. I streamed from her phone from Verizon. Perfect. We did not lag. We did not have any issues. So, as obsessed as I am with Dollywood in this channel, just so y'all know how much I put into this, I changed my cell phone service specifically for the channel. And so I did. I switched it to, I think it's like the top Verizon service that they have. And yeah, we haven't had any issues. Verizon, if you want to stream at Dollywood, go Verizon. Now, on the other side of that, we tried to stream at Disney because we're kind of like what you do too. When we're at Disney, we just put it all up. We don't worry about it. But I wanted to stream at least one time from Disney just to kind of show it and stuff like that for just a couple hours. Horrible. I cannot stream at Disney. Verizon will not hold up. And it's funny, one of the Disney streamers contacted me and said, T-Mobile is the way to go. Okay. And we talked about, this is very long term, and of course it's a little more expensive, and we don't do this for the money. It's purely for fun. It really is. Which is why we haven't. There is a backpack that you can buy. where it will automatically connect you to any service that's the best, if that makes sense. So it's something we were very much considering. It's over $1,000. So yeah, that's why I was like, that's not in the YouTube budget. So
how much does it cost a month?
I don't know. We didn't get that far.
Because
I saw the $1,000 just for the backpack, and I backed out. I was like, oh, we're done.
Wow.
I think you would have to. I would assume you would have to pay for each service, because basically what it does is, I think Resort TV 1 has something like this.
Probably.
Basically, it will connect to any service. Like whatever service has the best connection, it will automatically connect it to that. It's some kind of hotspot thing. Visible, unlimited hotspot, Verizon. Oh, is that one too? I don't know. I don't know much about tech life. I have AT&T so far, never had a problem. I don't even think about AT&T. Well, that's good though.
I forget, one of them used to be a partner and then they changed. I think it's AT&T, their partner right now, right? At Disney.
With Disney? I think AT&T may be the partner. But yeah, no, Ryan, Verizon's the way to go. T-Mobile, at least if you're trying to stream at Dollywood. We learned that because it was the whole year that I was like, man, I'm lagging at all the same spots. And I would notice people were able to stream down Show Street. Lewis, I think you could remember, we could never get down Show Street. We tried so many times, it would not go through. I couldn't get into the Emporium. And that was why. So yeah, Verizon is definitely the plan to go to. I will also say, if the park is extremely busy, you're going to lag. There's no way around it.
Yeah.
I warn every time I go to the park and it's really busy. I warn people. I'm like, we're going to lag. Just refresh it. Or during the summer, your phone kind of overheats and says, I need to cool off. So
I hate that.
I had that several times. Because it was so hot last summer, my phone shut down on me several times because of the heat in like midstream. It was so bad. We call it.
I'm laughing at Eric. Between the parts.
Oh, LOL. We call it T maybe.
Yeah, that's funny. I've never heard that one. That's a good one, Eric.
I got that one too. Truly unlimited Verizon hotspot visible. I don't know what that is.
Visible is a MVNO of Verizon. I'm looking on their site. I just don't see any hotspot specific devices. I guess if you just threw a SIM card in a phone and turned on the hotspot on the phone.
Oh.
But I appreciate that, Mountain Magic, for the heads up. I got the page set up here, and I'll look into that. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm going to type that out to the husband who is no longer here because his computer died, which is funny because he's just downstairs. But he is definitely, I know you mentioned that your daughter, like you have one daughter who's like, doesn't want to be like kind of involved with it. Yeah, that's my husband. Mountain Mac, I think there's a running joke if you can spot him in the park. He's there. He's just in the background. I actually have great AT&T service on the upper loop of the train. See, I never even considered AT&T. I didn't mean to forget they existed, but I did. US Mobile has a 45. Huh.
But do they cap you? There's a lot of unlimited plans, but when it comes to streaming and data streaming, that's where we run into roadblocks.
So Eric can't. So we tried his phone because it was funny. He has Verizon, but we're on different plans, and his plan is limited, and it would not work. It would not stream at all, and he loses service constantly in the park. So that's a big thing too. So the plan we got, I don't know the specific plan, but I know it's the one that doesn't have a cap. There's no cap to it. So, but I'm not 100% sure what it's called. And the person who does know what it's called is not here. So, but yeah, no, that was really frustrating for us because we always knew we wanted to do live streaming, like regular live streaming. And then when we started it, it was just horrible because we lagged everywhere, almost gave up on it. Like we literally almost just said, we're not going to do the streams anymore. We're just going to stick with the informational videos until I tried her phone. And then that kind of made me less defeated.
That Dollywood Rail fan says that during the Christmas time, everybody's phones went down and all in SOS mode. And I remember, because I was hanging around Gristmill a lot, and I kind of watched as it became time between Christmas and New Year's, that line would get really long. But I'd be standing in the same spot that my service would work perfectly fine just a few weeks prior, and I could stream perfectly fine. And then I'd kick it on, and it's like I couldn't even load a web page because there was just so much congestion on the towers. Just in, I think just in general in Pigeon Forge, it was like there were so many people there, like typical things, just loading a website. I couldn't do anything, and I'd reset my phone, and
No, I've tried that too. So that was happening towards around Christmas for us too. We started lagging in places that we normally didn't lag, like the Valley Theater. When we would see the show, we started lagging in there. And I'm like, well, that's weird. We never lag here. And it's literally so much congestion. I wonder if Dollywood's going to add more towers, or if they would, or if, you know, more towers will be added into the parks or around the parks. I don't know how the technical sides of that works, but I think that would be something that would definitely be needed. But then again, is Dollywood trying to not have as many streamers and YouTubers and vloggers in the park?
You could try to use their Wi-Fi.
I
don't think I've ever even been able to connect to it, much less use it.
I've never been able to connect. Does anyone else have that issue? I've never been able to fully connect. Also, during Alabama-Tennessee game week, everything in Knoxville and Pigeon Forge was bad service. Yeah, I'd say I think that's a lot of it too. You're gonna lag when there's like a lot of people. Like opening day weekend, I'm fully aware we're gonna lag. If Dolly's there, we are definitely gonna lag. There's no way around that. Now, I am curious. So you mostly you go live a lot from TikTok. Have you ever had an issue through TikTok? Do you just use TikTok's app?
Yeah, I just do I don't live stream on YouTube, and I mainly just record and then upload to YouTube. But yeah, I'll go live on TikTok more than anywhere else. So
that's normally where I see you.
Never gotten any Wi-Fi. Yeah, that's just across the board with every theme park. I have not found any theme park's Wi-Fi to be that fantastic.
No,
Disney's is okay.
They're okay. I think they've changed theirs, but it's not where it should be.
No.
But I don't think there's anything that they could do about that. Do you lag when you stream on TikTok normally? Like, have you had those issues with it, or?
Yeah, again, it's still relying on, between the parks would say it's relying on T-Maybe. So it can be hit or miss. Most of the time it's fine, but if there is massive congestion in the park, it is. I do get that where it's just freezing up for a long period of time.
Yeah, there were certain parts when I had the T-Maybe, like between Blazing Fury and Tennessee Tornado.
Yep.
I lost it there. And over where Chasing Rainbows is, could never get there. And Show Street was a definite you're not getting down there. But now with Verizon, I don't lag anywhere except the train. And even the train, I can get right up until the little loop where they do the big whistle blowing. It'll lag through that loop, but then it comes back. But I also drop the quality severely while I'm on the train too. I'll drop it. So
speaking of the train, I will throw one more thing out. Somebody did tell me that they are revamping the ramp area for that train right next to the little theater where the tones will sing, and what used to be the magic shop. I'd love to see that magic shop come back. I've got a couple sleight of hand tricks, so I'd love to go in there and just look around.
You really do.
I magic shop would be great. That still after the coffee shop. As far as if I had request lists, coffee shop, Jolene's coffee.
This is my request. I want a Dollywood lounge fly.
I think they could make some kind of partnership, and because I've heard somebody else say that. Somebody else who had in our group who had a number of Disney items said, I don't see why they couldn't make some kind of partner with Loungefly and come out with some. I mean, you got Dolly's personality and different microphones and guitars and things that are, you could Dollyfy a Loungefly for sure.
Yes, easily. So, they would make bank too. Sell those for $75 because I think they're $75. They'd be great. So right now our suggestion box is as followed: coffee shop, magic shop, and Loungeflies. Okay. Yeah. We'll have to remember this in a couple of weeks when we go. Wait, so with the train though, so are they extending it back? Like, what are they doing?
I haven't heard or seen it exactly yet, but so I know that just across the border, like even when we walked through the park, I noticed all the little borders to all the mulching areas were all gone. So they're constantly in the off season trying to just revamp things and make things prettier, more functional. So I know that there was they're trying to make that train depot more effective, more efficient for people entering and exiting. So we'll see what that looks like when it opens. And we'll be able to actually see, again, if it was just 75%, maybe we could throw a percentage on it when we look at it come March 10th and see how close are we now to 100%. So I'm kind of excited to see the progress. And I'm excited to hear that tasting passes sound like they should be coming back this year for all 4 of the main festivals. And again, I don't think there's any tasting pass for I Will Always Love You celebration.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough food. That'd be cool, but
there will be some unique desserts. One will be in the bakery, so I haven't seen what that is. So we'll check. I think it's a cupcake. I think it's just kind of a Dolly inspired pink, probably. If I were to guess a color, cupcake in the bakery.
Or something.
So we'll have to. They have a Biltmore Loungefly. What? So
what?
I've never seen or heard of this.
Look, I know we keep trying to end this, but I keep getting distracted. And I'm fully aware we'll be here again next week. But hold on. Look, I literally went on Loungefly's website just to see if I could find any kind of butterfly Loungefly, and nothing. It's all Universal and Disney. Very, very frustrating. They do. What?
They have talked for years about redoing the steps in the whole depot area after they tore the break room out in the middle of it, but never have. So I don't know what exactly they're doing to that depot area, but I did hear that they are making some improvements to the train depot in some ways. I think it's focused on the handicap accessibility side. So we'll take a look at that on the 10th.
Yes, and I'm going to show real fast because I did find, let me pull this up to, okay, here we go. Huh, they do.
Very cool.
See, why can't we get a Dollywood one?
Yeah, I looked at Dolly Parton's site, and she doesn't have a bag of any sort.
There's nothing there.
Dolly Parton
with Tabu.
We got a Funko.
Yeah, we got this.
It's a start.
We're all giving away.
So maybe someday.
Maybe someday.
You can buy a Dolly Parton 26 quart Orca white cooler that says "What would Dolly do" on it from her site. So
the water tower was supposed to get the wood fix too, but haven't yet. Wood fix? Oh, like the wood fix by it?
Yeah, cool.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, again, thank y'all so much. We are over 3 hours in. Sorry, guys. That wasn't supposed to be that long. But see, we all have so much fun. And that's why I love this Dollywood community. It's why I love getting to talk to you guys. Again, please feel free to send me a message if y'all want to be on next week with us. For anyone who's new, this is how these home streams happen. We literally just sit here, talk about Dollywood, get distracted, and 3 hours later, we say hi. But no, again, Dollywood, we got 2 weeks until opening date. A lot of exciting things coming. Again, make sure you are subscribed and following both of them. We have got all of the information in the chat. We will be adding that to, once we get done, we'll be adding it to the actual informational things. And then us as well, please subscribe to us and hit that like button, the notification bell. We do live streams. It's about to be every single week. At the park and off the park. So again, please just make sure that you do have that notification bell hit so you know when we go live. We also do reviews, informational videos, and I'm going to attempt vlogs this season. We'll see how it goes. So I hope everyone has a fantastic week. Again, Lewis and Brian, thank you so much. You're amazing. I hope everyone has a great night. And yes, Pops, we'll see you next week. I'm very excited for that. But yeah, everyone have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye. See you guys.